Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Hi. Okay, today my aim is to revise this particular few chapter. Okay, I'm doing real SPM past year paper from 2015 to 2019, which is actually 5 years. I'm doing those paper one questions and I'm covering those chapter my student very weak about. When they started to do the past year, they realized they cannot really do it, which is actually form 5, chapter 6, 7, 8. Chapter 6, permutation and combination. Chapter 7, probability. Chapter 8, probability distributions. So every single questions that I just said, actually, I just got it inside this book. So, yep, I hope you guys doing it, especially this year candidates. You should actually buy this book and you should really try this all the past year, all the MX past year, so that you will know, you will get familiar with how they actually come out in SPM. Okay, so SPM, I realized these 3 chapter, they come out harder and harder every single year. So almost every single year in paper 1, they will have 4 questions of these 3 chapter, combination of these 3 chapter. Okay, so every single year we'll have 4 questions. So now I'm doing 5 past year. So 5 times 4, which is 20 questions. Okay. Hopefully you guys have basic, because I'm not teaching you. I'm not teaching you the basic, but I'm teaching you how to do all these questions. Okay. Let's get started without any delay. So all the started year actually quite easy one. So let's start from this. This is 2015 question 21. So state the value of, before I start, every single questions I will try to tell you they under what chapter. So this question is actually from 5 chapter 6, permutation and combination. So first one, they say state the value of NC0. This one, nothing for me to say, but the answer is 1. Just like that, you guys get 1 mark. How I know about this? This is some basic that all of you should know. Anything C0 will be 1. Anything C the same number will also be 1. If you're not sure, you can press calculator. C is actually shift divide. So you can try 6 shift divide 6, 1. 6 shift divide 0, also 1. This is actually a fact, okay? You should like knowing it. Next one, they say 3 students are to be selected from 5 boys and 4 girls to participate in a competition. Talking about this, under this chapter from 5 chapter 6, permutation and combination, there's only 2 types, P and C. P and C, what is the difference? I write here for you, yeah? So guys, P and C, the difference is permutation and combination, right? For permutation, you care about arrangement. That means when we care about who is the first person, who is the second person, then we will use P. Then for C, we don't care about arrangement. So usually they will have some keyword. So usually if they will have the word arrange, then you guys will use P. Then obviously when they don't care about arrangement, usually they will have the word select or choose. This kind of keyword, you guys will know they under C, okay? Around is like that lah, okay? So look at these questions. They say 3 students are to be selected. I hope you guys can see the keyword, which is selected. So when they only select, okay, they don't even care about like 5 boys, right? Let's say it's Ali and Ahmad. They don't care about Ali come first or Ahmad come next, or Ahmad come first or Ali come next, my dear. They just care about whether Ali Ahmad is inside, okay? So these kind of questions, you don't care about arrangement. So I think these questions is under C. So these is the NCR questions. Circle for you. So you must know whether using C or P. Using the wrong one, everything gone, okay? So they say 3 students are to be selected. So usually I will try to analyze the questions. So they say they want 3 students, okay, are to be selected. Those I want, I draw inside a circle, yeah? Are to be selected from 5 boy and 4 girl. So literally I have 9 people. I just want to choose 3 of them to participate in the competition. So they say, fine. Find the number of different ways to choose the participants. I even see the word choose. Again, it just double confirm that I just don't care about arrangement. So let's start from A. Not A. First one, they say if all the 3 students are boys, so now they want to choose 3 people, and they say these 3 people is all boy. Boy, boy, boy. Am I right? So that means, do the girl even have the chance to go inside? No. So how many boy I have? 5. How many boy I need now? 3. So 5 boy, you want to choose 3 seats, isn't it? 5C3. Just 5 of them try to fight for these 3 seats. Okay, that's always how I tell my student. So isn't it? There's exactly 10 ways for them to come inside. Done. Just like that. Then the second one. The second one, they say one boy and two girls are chosen. So they say one boy and then two girls. You know there must be one boy and then two girls. Correct? Then guys, remember. Okay, no, I should share with that first. So let's start it one by one. So one boy. How many boy I have all in total? 5. 5 boys now fight for this one seat. Isn't it 5C1? Then how about the girl? The girl, you want to do it individually also can, but since there's 2 girls, right? You can do it together. How many girl I have? 4. How many they fight for? 2 seat. Isn't it 4C2? So now, is one boy or 2 girl or one boy and 2 girl? I think it's one boy and 2 girl because altogether I want 3 people, right? And always using times. This basic also, my dad right here, yeah? And we always using times or we always using plus. Can ya? The more I do later, you will you will understand it better. So 5C1 times 4C2, that. Then some student now on this particular moment, you will tell me, then teacher, what if the 2 girl in front, the boy at the back? So maybe you will tell me, teacher, maybe you got girl, boy, girl, got arrangement problem, right? But this question, do I have this problem? No. Why don't have? Because this question is a C question. C question, I don't even care about arrangement. I just care whether inside got 2 girl and 1 boy. So I don't even care whether boy first or girl first. So no need to care about arrangement. All you need to do is just press calculator. Isn't it your answer 30? That. Just like that. Try to tell you the marks here. Here one, here one, here one, here one. These questions were 4 marks. Can I? If I'm way too fast, just pause the video and try to think yourself. Okay, try to digest yourself. Next one, 22. This question 22 is under Form 5, Chapter 7, Probability. This chapter actually you shouldn't be bad on because probability you learn in mathematics as well. Let me read for you guys. Table shows the number of students by gentle in 2 different rooms. So there's 2 rooms, room Vira and room Satya. Vira, I call it W, Satya, I call it S, yeah? So male student is boy, female student is girl, okay? I think you guys understand. The number of male students in room Vira is not stated. So quite obvious, in room Vira, they didn't state for you. They didn't state for you. Let's put some unknown to make our life easier, okay? Let's call it X. So next, a student is chosen at random from each room. So now they didn't choose based on the boy, girl. They choose based on the room. So here got 1 room, here got 1 room. Each room, they choose 1 people. That's what they try to say. Find the number of male student in room Vira. So in room Vira, the male student, isn't it? I already called it X. That means this question just want to find the X back. If the probability that both students chosen are of different gender. So this question is not P and C chapter because P and C, they won't talk about probability. P and C called permutation and combination, right? You guys always confuse chapter 6 and chapter 7, 8. Chapter 6 is permutation and combination. Chapter 7, 8 is probability and probability distribution, correct? You know what's the difference? Chapter 7, chapter 8 is talking about probability, like the chances of it, okay? But chapter 6 is talking about how many ways. So there's actually quite a huge difference. So just now that one talking about how many ways, then is P and C. Probability, then is 7, 8, okay? You must know which chapter. So this question, they say, if the probability that both students chosen are of different gender is 7/12. So they try to tell me probability now is 7/12. I always tell my student, whenever they say probability, you don't just put P equals to 7/12. You must put probability, put a bracket. You must put some description inside because it's like, what kind of situations only the probability will be 7/12. So now they say probability that both students choose are of different gender. Isn't it? You guys know the 7/12 is actually probability about different gender. So different gender, that means what? Different gender, that means got 1 boy and then 1 girl, correct? But the problem is now you choose 1 person from each room, correct? So every single time you want to have probability. Probability usually we will write in fraction. Cannot. Bottom, you always put the total amount of people you have. Top is always you're going to put the one that you're finding. You're finding A, then the top you guys will put how many A you have, okay? This is some basic, okay? Do you think you understand? Okay, I think you understand. Okay, I expect you guys have basic, okay? I shouldn't just always imagine I must teach from the starting, right? Okay, so guys, that's why every single time you want to choose from room Vira now and room Satya now, then first thing first, you must know how many total people in room Vira and room Satya. Room Satya quite easy. 2 boy, 6 girl, isn't it altogether 8 human being? Room Vira, room Vira got X boy, 2 girl, isn't it in total got X plus 2 people inside, correct? So now they say probability different gender is 7/12. So different gender, you don't know it's boy or girl, right? Then you must list out all the possibility. So whenever, probability, right, this kind of chapter, you must try to list out. If not, you might miss it. So isn't it they say different gender? Different gender, that means 1 boy, 1 girl. correct? But one boy, one girl, you have two different situations. You know why? Because you got room Mira and room Satra. Maybe room Mira is boy, then room Satra must be girl. Or, okay lah, or one girl, one boy. Maybe now room Mira is girl, room Satra is boy. Isn't it like that? Equivalent to 7/12. Always list it out, you guys will understand it better. So let's start from room Mira. So room Mira actually got how many total people? X plus 2, isn't it? Total put at the bottom. So now I'm choosing boy. So room Mira got how many boy? X. So isn't it on top put X? In between put what? Times. You know why put times? Because now we are talking about room Mira boy and room Satra girl. And isn't it just now I already taught you using times. So how about room Satra? Room Satra altogether got 8 people. How many girl? Isn't it here? 6. And just now I say or, right? What? Plus. Correct, my dear? And is times or is plus, okay? So how about this? Room Mira got X plus 2 total people. And then for girl, they have 2 of it. So isn't it 2? And put times. For room Satra got 8 total people. And then now we are talking about boy. Boy, isn't it got 2 people? So 2. Equivalent to 7/12. You just need to list it out correctly and start from now on. It's just mathematics. So fraction times fraction is always top times top, bottom times bottom. This basic, yeah? Spec of, you know? So 6 times x, 6x. 8 times x, 8x. 8 times 2, 16. Can? Plus, same for the top one. Top times top, bottom times bottom. Basic mathematics isn't equivalent to 7/12. You learn in lower form, fraction and fraction want to combine them together, they should sharing the same denominator. Do they having the same denominator now? Yes. Isn't you guys can write them together? So the top from the left is 6x. The top from the right is 4. Isn't equivalent to 7/12. So start from now on, it's just mathematics. Isn't it? Both sides got fraction. You guys can cross multiply it. So 72x plus 48 equivalent to 7 times 8, 56. 7 times 16. Isn't it? 112. Want to get your x answer? Try to join all the x together. Try to join all the number together. I'm just doing mathematics. I expect you guys will understand whatever I just say. So 64 divided by 16. You realize that, okay, that means room Vira boy actually got 4 of it. That. Try to give you guys the marks here. Here 1 marks, here 1 marks. I think around here 1 marks. So 3 marks. I just try to give you a guidance how the 3 marks come from, okay? So the working wise actually not very important as long as you guys at the end will get 4, okay? So that next one, 24. Diagram shows a row of square for a game designed by a student for a mathematics quiz. This one again under Form 5 Chapter 7 also, which is also probability. So guys, this is actually a lot of square, okay? For a game, it's actually a game, okay? For mathematics quiz, that's what I'm trying to say. I just try to analyze. Next, a bottle cap. So now a bottle cap, okay, a round bottle cap is placed on one of the squares. So you put on one of it, and a fair dice is thrown. Okay, fair dice. Dice, you should know lah, okay? Dice, isn't it like this? So now it's like playing games, you know? It's like playing, you know, wait, dice, okay? Isn't it dice look like this? Agak-agak, okay, media. So what do I say? Like it's like playing snake and ladders, okay? So guys, now you're gonna throw the fair dice, and fair dice all together got 6 sides because got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, okay, my dear? So they say next. If 1, 2, 3, 4 is obtained, the bottle cap is moved 1 square to the left. In this particular sentence, you know what I'm trying to give you? You cannot always imagine they directly give you, but the way they give you, actually they try to tell you the probability of moving to the left. Maybe you will tell me, teacher, how you know. You must try to analyze it, okay? They try to tell you that you get 1 or you get 2, you get 3 or you get 4. All of it, you will move 1 square to the left. Don't expect you get 2 then move 2 steps. No. No matter you get 1, 2, 3, 4, also moving 1 step to the left. Isn't it they try to give you probability for left? So you see, these 3 chapters, you must always try to understand what they say, and you must have a very clear mind, okay? So guys, you guys gonna get 1, 2, 3, 4. So isn't it probability is always fraction? Total, you got how many sides for dice? 6. And no matter you get 1, 2, 3, 4, isn't it 1, 2, 3, 4 actually occupied 4 sides? So the probability of walking to the left is actually 2 out of 3, which is like 66.66% moving to the left because it's like 2 out of 3, okay? Next one. If 5 or 6 is obtained, the bottle cap is moved 1 square to the right. Okay, this one also try to give you probability of going right side. Correct? How do you guys move to the right side? Isn't it moving to the right side is getting 5 or 6? Correct? Same thing, total got 6 sides. 5 or 6 occupied 2 sides. 2 over 6, isn't it the answer? 1 over 3. So 2 over 3, probability 2 over 3 moving to the left, probability 1 over 3 moving to the right, and 1 over 3 plus 2 over 3, total probability is always 1. It's always 100% of total probability is always 100%. Total percentage is always 100%, right? So 66.66% moving to the left, 33.33% moving to the right. Basic, yeah? So next they say A. The bottle cap is placed on square label X. That means now the bottle cap you put there, okay? Then they say the dice is thrown once, so you only throw the dice for one time, okay? What is the probability that the bottle cap is moved to the right? I think it's so easy because we just did it. They just asked me the probability of moving to the right. Isn't it the working is just here? 1 over 3. Ta-da! That, because we already did it, okay? So next one, B. B, they say, now the bottle cap, I put another color for you. Now the bottle cap is placed on label Y. So guys, now the bottle cap is this one, the green color one, okay? The dice is thrown once and the bottle cap is moved. You throw one time, the bottle cap move one step, correct? So next, the dice is thrown for the second time and the bottle cap move again. This sentence, I'll try to tell you that now you will throw the dice 2 times and you will walk 2 steps, okay? 2 steps, yeah? Bear in mind. Find the probability, okay? Find the probability. That, you see, probability must always put a bracket, okay? Put some description inside. Find the probability that the bottle cap is placed at either square label R, Q, or Y. So guys, they're asking me now, okay, what is the probability of you will stop at R or Q or Y? Correct? So R, Q, or Y is 3 different situations. You guys should find out the probability of stopping at R, the probability of stopping at Q, the probability of stopping at Y. Correct? All right, what? Plus, we just learned. Correct? Let's talk about R. So how do you guys stop at R? Do you guys realize I already assume my bottle cap is on the green color one. So green color spot, how do you guys go to R? So isn't it you guys will walk one step to the right and one more step to the right, isn't it you guys will stop at R, correct? So for you guys to stop at R, you guys must get right. Make sense? Is there any other combination? No, only right. Because just now we say we will throw the dice twice, right, my dear? So the first time you guys will get 5 or 6, also right. Then you get again 5 or 6, that also right. So isn't it right? All right, plus, yeah? So you see, always try to list out, okay, guys? You guys don't just assume. List out, it will make your life so much easier. So next one, to stop at Q, so stop at Q, let's rub this off. Stop at Q, isn't it Q is left? And then, is it done? No. Can I stop like that? No. Why? Actually, Q, impossible to happen. Why impossible to happen? Because read the question. Just now they say the dice is thrown once. And the dice is thrown for the second time. That means you thought that you stop at Q and then you no need to throw the second time? No. No matter what, they say they will actually walk 2 steps. They purposely mention, dice throw once, move. Dice throw second time, move again. So that means you're definitely gonna walk 2 steps no matter what. So is it possible to stop at Q? No. Because if I walk 1 step to the left, if I walk 1 more step, they will actually exit the position of Q. If I get a left and then I get a right, it actually won't stop at Q as well. So Q, isn't it, is impossible to stop at there. Isn't it the probability for getting Q is 0? It's possible. There's actually possibility they are 0, okay? Don't always expect they must have some, number. Next one, how about Y? How do you stop at Y? Don't tell me, teacher, impossible. So possible. Why? Because you guys will either walk left or right? Isn't it you guys can 1 left, 1 right? You guys come back to Y. Or 1 right, 1 left. Easily also come back to Y. So let's list out all the possibility. 1 right, 1 left. Or 1 left, 1 right. Y right plus. 1 left, 1 right. Correct? Let's start to write it out. Just now we say the probability of right, 1 over 3. Here, yeah? So you are right and right. Only you guys will stop at R, right? And, isn't it, times. All right, plus. This one, right or left. So isn't it right, 1 over 3. Left, isn't it 2 over 3. Can? Or left 2 over 3. Right 1 over 3. Isn't it like that? Can? So whenever you list out left, right, left, you know the probability is the same. Actually, very unnecessary for you to do 2 times. Because left, right, left, actually the probability is the same. Isn't it just times 2 for one of it. So I just press calculator. I guess getting the answer 5/9. Done. How many marks for these questions? Here 1, here 2, here 1, easy, 4 marks. Done again. 25. 25 is under Form 5, Chapter 8. Hope your Chapter 8 is good also. I will do another video of Chapter 8, okay, like paper 2 questions. So the random variables X has a normal distribution with a mean of 25 and the standard deviations of that symbol. I read until here, I just want to tell you guys, which one is the keyword here? Normal. I always tell my student normal is the keyword. Whenever you guys see the word normal, that means later on you guys will use normal distribution table. How normal distribution table look like? It look like this. This is normal distribution table. This table will be provided in SPM. So some school teacher will teach you using a calculator method, but not calculator method doesn't work for every single type of question. So that's the reason you better master of how to use this table. Let's talk through this table, okay? Because I need you to have this basic for you to survive today. So this table is like that. Here one line, here one line. I always ask my student to highlight the table in this way. Try to separate them in that way, okay? So please bear in mind that this particular table, yeah, okay, all the corner of it is Z. You guys can see they write Z, right? Inside is actually what? Inside is probability of Z. Okay, I'll write this big for you. Then what is the difference between all the column I tried to divide just now? Here is to see the first decimal places. Here is to see the second decimal places. And this part is to see the third decimal places. Then if they have if there's a fourth one, then you're going to round up to 3 because your table only can support 3. And remember this part called tola. So this last part is actually for you to minus. Don't get it, never mind, because later on I will teach you. You will definitely understand it. And the Z is always talking about this Z graph. This is how a Z graph will look like. I always say mountain shape, okay? It look like gunung, right, my dear? But actually they call it bell shape, okay? So this bell shape, remember, this table will only support this bell shape, the leg part. I always tell my student leg of mountain because all the corner, right? You just assume this is a head, this is the hand, this one is the shoes. Isn't it? All the corner is the leg. Okay, imagine, my dear, something like that, okay? So this table will only support all the corner. Wrong pen. All the corner, okay? And remember, do you realize when you look at this table, the maximum number you can see, which is inside lah, is just 0.5 because they can only show maximum half of the bell shape. Don't get what I say now, later on you understand one, okay? Let's get started. So these questions, they say normal. Later on, I will use the table. They say mean is 25. This is how the mean symbol look like for this chapter, a micro shape. Standard deviation, they didn't tell me, which they just tell me standard deviation symbol. I just write back the same thing. Next, it's given that Z score is 2. They try to tell me Z score is 2. Please remember Z score, we can also call it standard score. So if one day they say standard score, remember it's actually Z, okay? So they say Z is 2 when X is 26.4, just like that. So A, find the value of standard deviation. How do I find standard deviation? Actually, don't tell me use the table. The table is talking about probability, and for me to do that, I don't need to use probability because they never tell me probability. They never ask for probability also. Then how do I do it? So they only ask for, they give me a Z and X, and they give me a mean. They just want to find standard deviation, right? Under this chapter, normal distribution, there's this particular formula that SPM will provide. So do you realize this formula exactly work now because now my Z is 2. Now my X is here, 26.4. Minus my mean, isn't it here, 25. Divide by my standard deviation, isn't it this symbol? Do you realize everything you have only the standard deviation, you don't have it? You guys can terbalik find that. 2 times standard deviation, 2 standard deviation. 26.4 minus 25, isn't it 1.4? So standard deviation equals 2 times 2, move that there by 2. Got it. My standard deviation is supposed to be 0.7. Done. Hopefully you guys understand it. B, they say find the value of K. Okay, all of a sudden you're going to find K, some other unknown, such that probability X bigger than K equals to 0.3085. So this time round, do they still asking probability? No. Instead of ask you probability, they give me the probability. So this one, will you use the table? Yes, because talking about probability, right? But can you straight away use the table now? No. You know why? Because the table only support what alphabet? Z. So first thing first, please change the x become z. Don't, you guys always just change it to z. You guys never write nicely, my dear. Please write nicely, okay? It will make a huge difference when the questions go harder, okay? So probability, just write p, the bracket, just write bracket, x just change it to z. How x change it to z, isn't it? This is the formula that I already write for you. So guys, take your x, which is your k now, minus your mean, which is 25. Divided by your standard deviation. Your standard deviation, you just got it 0.7. Wait, my pen a bit not good now, my dear. 0.7. Isn't it standard deviation 0.7? Equals to 0.3085. Can? Then until this moment, how do you guys look at the table? Okay, I always tell my student like that, okay? That is your table, right, my dear? Your table, actually, there's only two ways to look at it, okay? Outside is Z, inside is probability of Z. That's what I say just now, right? So, if you have the Z, you want to find the probability, I always say it's normal find, because you from outside find inside is actually how the table look like, right? But if you have the probability, you want to find back the outside. That means you have the inside information, you want to find back the outside. I always call this terbalik find. And this question is what? These questions, isn't it my Z is this value? The one inside the same bracket with Z, that is always the Z value, okay? So now my Z value, do I have it? No. I don't have it, correct? So outside, I don't have all. So if I don't have outside, I should have inside, right? So inside, isn't it probability? Do I have the probability now? Yes, probability equals to 0.3085. So isn't it, I have the inside. So if I have the inside, I want to find outside. Okay, this question is a terbalik questions, reverse questions. Can? So terbalik questions, how to do it? Guys, no matter terbalik or normal, you're going to draw the bell shape, which is the mountain shape, right? But terbalik, remember to draw two mountain shape. Your school teacher never teach you this because they would just assume you know. But I realized after all this year of teaching, I realized actually no one know, my dear. So that's the reason I highly recommend you just draw two out, just to justify what? Just to justify whether your Z is a positive Z or negative Z. Look, this is a Z graph. This origin, yeah? One of it you put on the right side, one of it you put on the left side, just to justify whether they're positive or negative. So what do you put here? Don't tell me you put K. K is X, my dear. I'm drawing Z. So isn't it the Z value is this one, which is K minus 25 over 0.7. If you're on the right side, we will be K minus 25 over 0.7. If you're on the left side, it will be K minus 25 over 0.7, but with a negative in front. Please put a bracket. Can? So you will sketch accordingly. I use orange color. They say now Z bigger than this value. Bigger. Bigger, isn't it, on the right side of it? So please sketch right side of it. So if you are negative, then right side of it, isn't it, will be here. Can? After I sketch both, so which one makes sense for this question? How I know they're positive or negative? Guys, this is how I know. Look at it, my dear. Okay, I sketch as though I'm basic. I thought about this, yeah. This mountain shape, okay, inside the one I sketch is actually the area. The area is actually the probability. So if I sketch the whole thing, that means the probability is full, right? Full probability, total probability, which is always 1. Can? And this mountain shape is always balanced one. Always balanced one. So half of it, the probability will be what? 0.5. Because 1 divided by 2, 0.5. Then what if I sketch the left side? I sketch the left side, the probability also 0.5. Because also half of it. Don't tell me, teacher, left side then negative. No, probability, like area break got negative, right? So probability definitely is just positive, okay? So this basic of it. So these questions, do you guys realize? I use what color? Blue color, okay? Do you guys realize that the one I shade now, is actually lesser than half of it? Because I say half of it is 0.5, right? So this one lesser than 0.5. So this one is actually quite small. The one I sketched very small, right? This one, isn't it more than half of it? Because I say half of it is 0.5, isn't it more than 0.5? This one, isn't it considered as a big one? So the big one correct or the small one correct? It based on your probability value. Now your probability value, isn't it 0.3? So 0.3, isn't it lesser than 0.5, not more than 0.5? Then you know it's actually the left side one. So if they are the left side one, isn't it, it will be K minus 25 over 0.7. Guys, don't tell me, teacher, can I don't want to check? No, you must check. Because now it's a positive. So obviously you didn't check. Also, you tembak correctly. But it's not like every single time you guys can tembak correctly, right? So always check, okay? Because when I do a paper 2, when I The next video, I'll try to do paper 2 questions. You guys will realize that it make a huge difference if you don't check, okay? So K minus 25 over 0.7, I already know it's actually the positive one because this area, it should be... Sorry, someone just called. Okay, now I come back. I'm so sorry. Don't know whether you know or not, but yeah, sorry, okay? So guys, what I just say, oh yeah, so this particular part, isn't it a very small one? So this particular part, the probability is 0.3085. You know why students always wrong? Because they just write, what happened to this? They just write 0.3085. That I never understand why. Why will your Z value suddenly equivalent to 0.3085? So don't write 0.3085. You never even look at the table yet. Do you guys remember you still need to look at the table, right? So you guys should use the table. Don't just straight away write it out, okay? So this 0.3085 is what? Is the probability. I already say probability is where? The inside part. So you should go to the inside part, look for 0.3085. I scared you guys don't understand it. So here you go. So guys, go inside and look for. So how do you guys look at the balea? So inside got a lot of value. I know that. But actually, it's not very hard to look at it because you can look at the first row. 0.5, 0.4, 0.4, look at that, right? Look accordingly. You want 3085. Isn't it easy peasy? I just found it. So 0.3085. That is exactly the one I want, right? So what is my Z value? This is under the row of this, the column of this. So this is the first decimal, this is the second decimal. Isn't it the answer? 0.50. Okay. 0.50. So this one is 0.50. After I look at the table, I know they are 0.50. So get back your K answer. It shouldn't be a dream now. Everything you guys need to do is just move it around. You guys get the answer 25.35. What happened? 25.35. Done. Can my dear? So how many marks for this? These are 4 marks questions. Here one, here one, here one. Stated this out also one. 4 marks. The drawing part have no marks, but I need you to draw because for your understanding wise, okay? Hopefully you guys understand. Go on lah. 2016 now. This 2016 question 2 is actually under these 3 chapters, okay? So they say 2 fair coins are tossed simultaneously. Before I start, this one under Form 5 chapter 7. Okay, 2 fair coins, just in case you guys couldn't imagine, there's coins. Okay, coins got two face, okay, 2 sides, okay. 2 fair coins are tossed simultaneously. So you will toss the first one and then you put down, toss the second one, put down, something like that. So H denotes the event of obtaining the head. T denotes the event of obtaining the tails. So guys, they try to tell you H represent head. T represent tails, just like that. You know, right? Coins got 2 sides. One of it, we call it head. One of it, we call it tails, okay? A. This one's super easy one. List the sample space using set notation. So sample space, that means list out all the possibility, okay? Then the possibility, they don't want the probability answer. They want you to list out all the outcome. So guys, when you flip the first one, maybe you will get head. Then you flip the second one, maybe you will get head also. Isn't it can be head, correct? If you flip both of them. So you must list out everything all. Or maybe you can first one get head, but second one get tails. Or you can first one get tail, second one get head. Or you can never get head, but get tails. Isn't it list out like that? Set notation actually will have this symbol on the starting and ending. Ta-da, done. I hope you understand because it's very easy. It's just worth 1 marks, okay? Just list out the outcome, okay? Next one, B. Given that X is a discrete random variables which represent the number of head obtained, list the possible values of X. So guys, they want to list the X out. Okay, no need the bracket anymore. Yeah, they just want to list the number. Okay, so the X represent what? The X represent number of head. Number of head, that means what? How many head? So how do you guys know how many head, my dear? So isn't it you already list out just now all the outcome? So you based on the outcome just now, you count how many head, lor. Look at this particular outcome. This particular outcome got how many head? Two head. Isn't it possible to have 2 head? Look at this particular outcome. Isn't it got 1 head? Isn't it this one also 1 head? So no need to write 1, 2 times, okay? Then look at the fourth outcome. Isn't it the fourth outcome have no head? Just like that, done. So how many possible head you have? You can have 0 head, you can have 1 head, you can have 2 head. Impossible for you to have 3 head because you already have 2 coins. Done. How many marks this question worth? Here 1, easy 2 marks. Done again. Understand, right? Next one, question 3. This question 3 under Form 5, Chapter 6, okay? Permutation and combination again. How I so sure? Because when you read the questions, you see they never say probability. They say calculate the number of different ways. So always how many ways is always P and C. Probability there is 7, 8, okay? So diagram shows 5 cards of different letters. So you guys can see Bole got 5 letters there. So calculate the number of different ways to arrange. Do you guys see the keyword? What color lah? Hello lah. Arrange. I saw the word arrange, that means arrangement important, right? Isn't it this question using NPR, using P, not using C, okay? So they say arrange all the cards in a row. So guys, they say they want to arrange all of them. So usually, just now, remember the boy, girl, they have 9 people, they want to choose 3. But this one, they got 5 words, they want to choose all 5 because they say all the card, okay? A. If there's no restriction is my favorite. You should definitely score that. No restriction, that means I didn't restrict you, you just put inside, my dear. So that means Bole got 5 words. I just want to put inside 5 seats. So Bole got 5 alphabet. I want to fight for 5 seats. Isn't it 5P5? Press calculator. Isn't it answer 120? Da-da-da. That's super easy. B. B, they say if the first card and the last card are consonants. So again, you guys know there's 5 words because they say arrange all the card, correct? But this time they got some restriction. They say the first and the last must be consonant. Isn't it? The first and the last must be consonant. So normally I will box it up for your own understanding. So first and last is consonant. What is consonant? What is vowels? A, E, I, O, U. What is consonants? The rest of it, non-vowels is A, E, is consonants, okay? Non-A, E, I, O, U is consonants. So if I look at this, isn't it vowels is O and E, correct? Because these two is vowels, right? So if these two is vowels, then which one is consonants? B, L, H. Saw it? So guys, that means the B, L, H is consonants, right? So these 3 consonants can go inside all this seat. It can be B, L, H, it can be B, L, H. Can? So normally I will start from the one with restriction because the one with restriction, that means if I try to choose your class AJK, then teacher already say the class rep must be Ali or Ahmad. So isn't it you shouldn't choose the rest of Benda Haria or Setia Usaha because you should start from the class rep because the class rep has restriction must be Ali Ahmad, correct, my dear? So always start from the one with restriction with lesser choices. So now BLH, do one by one. So isn't it 3 of them fight for this 1 seat? Isn't it 3P1? 3 of them will fight for this 1, correct? Then we should do the back one first because that one got restriction. Don't tell me 3P1. You know why? Because they say they will arrange all of them inside. Then usually you cannot repeat the alphabet. So you cannot repeat the alphabet, okay? Then BLH just now got 3. I already used one of it. No matter which one go inside, but I already used one of it. So let's say I'm using B already. Doesn't mean it must be B. Just imagine it's B. So if B gone, isn't it I only left 2 of them? Fight for this 1 seat, correct? So 3 of them, 1 of it go inside the first one. 2 of it, 1 of it go inside the second one. Go inside the last one, correct? Is it done? No, you need to do the middle. Then middle actually got how many people? So let's say the first one I already used B. Let's say the second one, L already go inside. So how many left over? O, E, H, isn't it got 3 left over? The rest of the 3, isn't it, then will fit into the middle 3. The middle 3, they never say must be consonant or vowel, so it's just go inside accordingly. In between, put what? Times. Why times? Because it's B and O and L and E and H, isn't it? N. All of them go inside, only got 5 words coming out, right? So N using times or using plus. You already know by now. Isn't it the answer 36? Done. How many marks here? 3. Here 1, here 1, here 1. Easy peasy. 3 marks. Done. Can? Next one, 4. Ben and Chandran are qualified. This one is under Form 5, Chapter 7. Probability again, okay? So Ben and Chandran. So now I got a person called Ben, another person called Chandran. Draw for you. Okay? Are qualified to the final. So they are actually going to the final of a badminton tournament in their school. So they are playing badminton, yeah? So the player who first win any 2 set of the match is the winner. As a Malaysian, you guys should know, okay, my dear? You guys should know that badminton, okay? If you continuously win 2 sets, you are the winner. If you cannot continuously win 2 sets, then you must, out of the 3 sets, the best 2, okay? Out of the 3 sets, you win 2 sets, then you are the winner. To understand, never mind, okay? Later on, you understand, okay? Next, the probability of Ben win any of the set is 3/7. So the probability Ben winner, isn't it, is 3/7. Can our probability of win? Can? Should I write for you probability of win? Okay lah, probability of win is 3 over 7, correct? Do they tell you probability of Chandran win is what? No. But you should be able to write out, which is what? 4 over 7. Maybe you will ask me, teacher, how you straight away know? Why cannot be 2 over 3? Guys, because you must understand now you are not, now there's not a lot of candidates. Now this is a badminton. Badminton, you guys should know, okay? Since there's only 2 of them qualified to the final. Finals are more, my dear. Final, isn't it? Is quite obvious there's only 2 person. So isn't it is Ben and Chandran versus. So if they versus, isn't it only 2 outcome? Either Ben win or Chandran win. So total probability of both will definitely be 1. So that means 3 out of 7 of it is Ben win. That means 4 out of 7 is actually Chandran win because it's either Ben win or Chandran win. Understand what I say, right, my dear? So let's start from A. Find the probability that, probability is P, find the probability that the winner is determined after 2 sets. So the winner is determined after 2 sets. So when they say the winner is determined after 2 sets, do they even tell you is Ben win or Chandran win? No. Then you must cover both situations. You must cover either Ben win after 2 sets or Chandran win after 2 sets, because they just say winner, they never tell me who. Correct? Then if they win after 2 sets, that means what? That means do they need to play 3 sets? No. They only play 2 sets. That means you must win. That's why you straight away win. No need to even play the 3rd set. Correct, my dear? That's exactly how badminton tournament will look like, right? So if Ben win after 2 sets, that means Ben win the 1st set, Ben win the 2nd set. Isn't right the outcome? Or another one is Chandran win, right? If Chandran can win after 2 sets, that means Chandran win the 1st set, Chandran also win the 2nd set. Win in a row, isn't it straight away? No need to play the 3rd set. So the probability Ben win 3 over 7. Ben win 3 over 7. In between put what? Times. Why? Because it's Ben and Ben win. That's why end of story. Correct? And isn't it put times? Alright, plus Chandran win and Chandran win. Isn't it 4 over 7 times 4 over 7? Just like that. Press calculator. Do you guys get the answer? 25 over 49. Done. Hopefully you guys understand it. B. B, they say what? Ben. Okay, find the probability that Ben. This time, they never say winner, they say Ben. So you know it's definitely, it should be Ben. Ben will win the tournament after playing 3 sets. This time, they got say 3 sets lah. So, Ben win after 3 sets. Then you must again list out the outcome, like how they win it, correct? So, Ben win after 3 sets. Is it possible? Okay. First, Ben win after 3 sets, right? Let me ask you guys one thing. Is it possible Ben win all the 3 sets? No. You know why no, my dear? Because if Ben win the 1st set, win the 2nd set, he actually no need to play the 3rd set. Then why is it possible Ben win 3 times, correct? So don't tell me you list this out because impossible. So you know that Ben need to win only after 3 sets. That means out of the 3 sets, Ben will win 2 sets and Chandran will win 1 set. That's why only Ben need to play the 3rd set, okay? So isn't it in that way, isn't it? It can be Ben, Chandran. Or Ben, Chandran, Ben. I write out the sequence, or it can be Chandran, Ben. So isn't it Ben need to win 2 sets out of the 3 times, then only he considered as the winner, correct? But out of all the outcome I list out, which one doesn't make sense? The first one. You know why the first one doesn't make sense? Because if Ben win the first one, Ben win the second one, then no need to even let Chandran win the 3rd one because he already become the winner, correct? But now they say need to after 3 sets. That means you must play 3 sets. If you need to play 3 sets, that means definitely Ben lose one of the first 2 sets. That's why he need to play the 3rd set and then he win the 3rd set. Only he can overall win 2 out of 3. So you see or not, Ben win the 1st set and then Chandran win the 2nd set. That's why they need to versus again. Then Ben win the 3rd set. Only at the end, Ben win 2 out of 3. Or Chandran win the 1st set and then Ben come back for real. Something like that. Understand, right? So guys, Ben win 3 over 7. And Chandran win 4 over 7. And Ben win 3 over 7. Or isn't it right? Plus. But unnecessary to write again because Ben, Chandran, Chandran, Ben. Also 2 Ben, 1 Chandran. Isn't it that? Definitely the probability will be the same. So just press 1 times 2, get the answer. You guys get 72 over 343. Done. How many marks is it? 4. Here 1, here 1, here 1, here 1, all together 4 marks. Done. Hopefully you guys understand it. 24. This 24, so many students cannot do it. So let me try to explain for you, okay? So these questions, they say, consumer associations ABC conduct a survey on lifespan on the particular brand light bulb. So this one is under Form 5, Chapter 8, yeah, probability distribution. So now they try to test on the light bulb, okay, try to test their lifespan, okay, how long it can survive, okay? Next, it is found that the probability lifespan of the bulb less than 6 months is P. Okay, you see, you don't always just read, you must write it out, okay? So they say the probability, okay, of the bulb. They say bulb or so only one light bulb. So the light bulb less than 6 months. I write short form, I'm very lazy, okay? So the probability less than 6 months is P. Okay, that's what they try to say. And now suddenly they give you a graph, okay? Next, a sample of 3 light bulb is selected at random. So that means they will try to choose randomly among these 3. So I always tell my student, total is always the n. So they try to tell me n equals to 3, okay? This diagram shows the result of the survey such that the x, which is the big X here, yeah, represent the number of light bulb with a lifespan less than 6 months. Okay, I need to analyze a lot of things, okay? This question, do you see the word normal? No. So you won't use the table. This is under binomial. So binomial actually got this particular formula. Binomial always using this particular formula. I expect you guys have this particular basic. Cannot? So, okay. So now you guys know that the n is 3 because total got 3, right? So 3CR is talking about out of 3 light bulb, how many of it will have the lifespan less than 6 months. Don't ask me, teacher, how you know. I just read here. Okay, so that's the reason if you look at the table, do you guys realize there's only 0, 1, 2, 3? Why they don't have 4, 5, 6, 7? Because you just choose among 3 light bulb, correct? So 3 light bulb, 0 of them less than 6 months. 3 light bulb, 1 of them less than 6 months. 3 light bulb, 2 of them less than 6 months. 3 light bulb, 3 of them less than 6 months. That's why I only got 0, 1, 2, 3. So this 0, 1, 2, 3 actually try to tell you. So based on this, I list out one by one. So when X is 0, that means the number of light bulb less than 6 months is 0. The probability is this. So isn't it probability X equals to 0 out of 3 is 1 over 64. So how about this one? Isn't it probability X equals to out of 3 light bulb, 1 of them less than 6 months, isn't it the second one? Then how about this one? This one, isn't it probability out of 3 light bulb, 2 of them less than 6 months? Or out of 3 of them, 3 of them or less than 6 months? Isn't it that is all the probability? And if you don't trust me, my dear, isn't it I say total probability is 1, right? You can take probability X equals 0, probability X equals to 1, probability X equals to 2, probability X equals to 3, plus altogether will definitely equals to 1. Press for you, 1 over 64 plus 9 over 64 plus 27 over 64 plus 27 over 64 again. Ta-da! 1. Because total probability will be 1, correct? So this is everything you guys know. Can I try to understand, yeah? So A, they just say, find the small p. Okay, you know why students always confused? Because they will find the small p, and all of you know the small p is talking about this, correct? Probability less than 6 months. Then you guys must be thinking, then teacher, isn't it the answer all this? No. Because you must understand this top p and this bottom p is 2 different things. You know what is the difference between them? Do you guys, okay. How le? Look at this. Look at the formula I write in the red color one, okay? Do you realize this red color formula? There's exactly 2 different kind of p here, correct? This small little p is actually probability of success, okay? Then you might be thinking the teacher outside one is not success, outside one also success. But this small p is talking about probability for individual success. This outside one is talking about probability out of how many people success. Okay, I shouldn't write success. I don't want to confuse you. So this one will depend on total how many people you want to choose out of that. How many of them success. Maybe I say like that, you don't understand it. But let me give you guys one example. Let me think. For example, Puan Ali, sorry. Puan Siti, oh my God. Who is Puan Ali, my dear? Okay, Puan Siti, how to draw? Puan Siti. Okay. So Siti, okay, Siti, okay, Auntie Siti, Makcik Siti, Makcik, okay, my dear, this Makcik, okay. So the chances, okay, now she's pregnant, and then the chances she will give birth to a boy that means the baby come out will be a boy, probability is 2/3. Then probability for girl is only 1/3. I don't want to confuse you. Let's just talk about boy, okay? So the probability of getting a boy is 2/3. Can you tell me this 2/3, is this small p or the big P? Small p. You know why small p? Because we didn't talk about inside 5 children, we want 5 child, we want 4 boy. No, we never say that. We just say based on her gene, okay, and her husband gene, the probability of getting a boy is 2/3. So isn't this is individual success? So that is a small p, okay? Then if now only I say, oh, out of her 5 children, what is the probability of getting 4 boy? That one is the big P. Cannot? This is exactly the concept of it, okay? You will understand it better because later on got one more question of this, okay? So now, do you realize, can I put color? Do you realize this P, this small little P, is talking about probability of bulb. Can you see the word bulb? Only one. So one bulb less than 6 months, probability is P. So isn't it this yellow color one is talking about this one? Can I put color for you? Then, okay, then do you realize all this probability here, okay, is talking about out of 3 light bulb. So out of 3 light bulb, 1 of them less than 6 months. Out of 3 light bulb, 2 of them less than 6 months. Isn't it all this blue color one is actually the big P here? So there's totally 2 different things, okay? One of it is the inside one of it is the outside one. So now, this question want to find the yellow color small p. Put color for you. Stick with me. You will understand it later one, okay? Because I got another question. You will definitely understand one. Trust me on that, okay? Please don't give up on me, my dear. So they're going to find the small p. So how do you guys find the small p, my dear? So you look at this for 10 years or so, you won't know what's the answer, right? And then all this, the one they give you is the big P, ma. So isn't it you guys can use the formula and terbalik get back? So which one you guys will use? So isn't it you got probability 0, 1, and 2, and 3? You can use any of them, but I will highly recommend you guys using either the first one, which is 0, or the last one, which is 3. Don't trust me, never mind. Let me show you, okay? Let me try to show you with 3. Can? So if I'm using 3, isn't it the probability for 3 now is 27/64? The easiest to use is always the first and the last. So you got 0, 1, 2, 3, right? 0 and 3 is the first and the last, okay, my dear? So let me show you, okay, the working. NCR, P power R, Q power N minus R. Isn't it that is the formula for 27/64? Okay, let's write accordingly. So now out of 3 light bulb, R stands for requirement. I'm doing 3 now, right? So my requirement is 3. P is probability of success. Isn't it just now we say the P is just a P? So the P, I'll just write P. So power R is the requirement, which exactly 3 of them less than 6 months. Isn't it power 3? And then Q, I also don't know. Q is probability of failure, yeah? So this basic also I need you guys to know. Q stands for probability of failure. And bear in mind, probability of failure and probability of success plus together always equivalent to 1. Because you know you either success or you fail, correct, my dear? And total probability is always come back to 1. So this Q, I'll just write Q, okay? So power N minus 1. Out of 3 times, 3 of them all success, isn't it 0 of them fail? 3 minus 3 is 0 also. Isn't it equivalent to 27/64? And just now, first question of today, isn't it 3C3 is 1? I say NCN is 1, right? 1. Anything power 0, 1 also. Isn't it all of a sudden, you guys only left this? Whoa, getting my P answer is not a dream. Cube move there, cube root. Isn't it you guys will get the answer 3/4? Ta-da! I get back my small P answer. Can you see that? Then now this particular moment, you will tell me, then teacher, why I cannot use 1 or 2? Okay, this I'm doing 3, right? Let me show you 1 and 2, okay? Later on, I'll rub it off. So let's say you want to use probability 1. Probability 1, isn't it 9/64? The formula, isn't it NCR, P power R, Q power N minus R, 3 minus 1, isn't it 2, equals to 9/64. The more I write until here, you should understand why I shouldn't use 1 or 2. Because when I'm using 3, P and when I'm using 3, the Q being set off. Being set off only left 1 unknown. Left 1 unknown, isn't it very easy to do? But if I'm doing 1 or 2, my P will left a bit. My Q will left a bit. Then isn't it, then in that way, then we'll have 2 unknown. Then 2 unknown is very difficult. Obviously can also, but it's very difficult for you guys to get the answer later. So the easiest to use is always the first and the last one. Can understand, right? I hope you guys understand. please comment if you cannot understand, okay? I will try my best to explain to you, okay? So there's just A, yeah? B. Calculate how many light bulb, how many, okay? How many, your answer shouldn't be probability anymore. You should try to tell them like how many, okay? Like 2 or 3 or 4, okay? Whole number. Calculate how many light bulb are still functioning after 6 months. If 20 light bulb from the same brand are used. So guys, what is 20, yeah? N. Because now they are not talking about out of 3 they want to choose already, my dear. That means out of 20 light bulb, okay? So altogether you got 20 light bulb. They're asking you out of 20 light bulb, how many of them still functioning after 6 months? Correct? So guys, for you guys to do this, how you guys do it? That means, for example, I'm asking you how many boy in your class. So isn't it now, let's say your class got 20 people. You want to find out how many boy in your class, then you must have probability of boy in your class. Okay? So same for this. Every single time you want to find out how many, you should have the probability of that particular situation. So now they want to find how many light bulbs still functioning after 6 months. Isn't it, you guys must have probability? Sorry again. Usually no one call me. I don't know why today there's so many people call me. So yep, come back, okay? Just now I say, oh yeah, you need to, whenever you want to find out how many boy in your class, you must have probability of boy. So now you want to find out how many light bulbs still functioning after 6 months, you must have probability of functioning after 6 months. Don't tell me, teacher, isn't it P? No, it's not P. Look carefully. P is talking about lesser than 6 months. Now you're talking about more than 6 months. Correct, my dear? So if lesser than 6 months is P, isn't it more than 6 months? It should be Q. Correct? And I already say Q is what? Q, isn't it, will be P and Q plus together, isn't it, will equivalent to 1? Because total probability is always 1, correct? So whenever you guys want to find Q, isn't it just using 1 minus your probability of less than 6 months? Because total probability is always 1. Wow, suddenly very lag. Can? So probability 1 minus P. Wait, let me try to connect again. Okay, hopefully now it's better. Okay, it's better. So guys, sorry for all the delay. What I want to say? Oh yeah, 1 minus P. So isn't it P just now you guys already get? The probability of less than 6 months is 3 over 4. So more than 6 months will be 1 over 4. Why am I pressing calculator? 1 over 4, correct, my dear? So that means that the probability of after 6 months is actually 25% of it. So now you want to find out how many light bulb of 20 of them were actually still functioning after 6 months, right? So isn't it just using your total light bulb times the probability of success now, because now the success is still functioning after 6 months? Isn't it the answer 5 light bulbs? Because 1 over 4 is 25%. What? So out of 20, 25% of them is actually 5 light bulb. 5 light bulb still functioning after 6 months. Understand? And actually, do you realize this particular working of doing it is actually mean. Mean formula, isn't it, NP under this chapter? So mean is actually talking about averagely how many people success. So whenever they're asking you how many people success, you must know the total people, you must know the probability of success, then you guys will find out how many people success. That's actually the concept of it. So how many marks here? 4. Here 1, here 1, here 1, here 1. All together 4 marks here. Can? Oh my God, I'm so slow. Okay, never mind. Next one, 2017. Paper 1 again. So guys, these questions, first, this question 21, actually is Form 5, Chapter 7 again. So a bias means a fair, okay? Fair means like not chachat, okay? So a fair cube dice, again, is dice. I expect all of you know total got 6 sides. Can? The probability of getting the number 4 is 1 over 16. Okay, I write for you guys. The probability of getting a 4 is 1 out of 16. That's what you try to say, right? Next. And the probabilities of getting other than 4 are equal to each other. So other than 4 got what? Probability 1, probability 2, probability 3, probability 4. No. Probability 5, probability 6. Isn't it the rest of the 5, actually the probability is equivalent. So you guys should find it out. Total probability is what? 1. Isn't it 1 minus 1 over 16? Okay, 15 over 16. But the rest of them all equal, right? How many the rest of it? Actually got 5 of it. Isn't it divided by 5? Isn't it each of them will be 3 out of 16? 3 out of 16. 3 out of 16. 3 out of 16. 3 out of 16. Okay, I'm actually quite hardworking to write out everything. Next one. They say, if the dice is thrown twice, now guys, you will actually throw the dice twice, 2 times. find the probability, yeah, of getting two different number. So you want to get two different number. So again, always you want to find probability, right? List out the outcome. So two different number, that means it can be what? 1, 2, 1, 3, 1, 4, 1, 5, 1, 6. Some more got 2, 3, 2, 4, 2, 5. Guys, I don't really think it's possible for me to list out one by one unless I'm very free. So what is the best method? I repeat again. Total probability is always 1. Whenever you find probability for two different number and two different number have too much outcome, you just try to use total probability, which is 1, minus of those impossible to happen. Now you're going to find probability for two different number, correct? So that means all the two different number possible to happen. Then what is impossible to happen? Two same number. Can you imagine, right? Because if the probability of two different number is 80%, isn't it the probability of same number will be 20%? Because now you're only choosing two number. It's either both of you same or both of you different. Correct? So only two different outcome. So that's why two different outcome plus together will definitely be 1. So I'm using 1 minus two same number. Two same number is not very hard to list out. At least it's not that much. Isn't it? It can be 4, 4. Correct? Or, I write a big bracket, or it can be 1, 1, or 2, 2, or 3, 3, or 5, 5, or 6, 6. If I list out one by one. Correct? So 1 minus. So 4, 4. 4, 4 should be what? 4, 4, isn't it? That means probability for getting 4 is 1 over 16. 4 and 4, isn't it 1 over 16 times 1 over 16? Or isn't it plus? How about 1? 1, isn't it 3 over 16 times 3 over 16? Because 1 and 1. Then you know why I write that? Because 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 5, 5, 6, 6, isn't it all same probability? And there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them. Isn't it just times 5? In that way, I should be able to get the answer. So no need to list out one by one, save your time. I already taught you on the starting. So press calculator, isn't it the answer? 105 over 128. Done. And this question worth 3 marks. Here 1, here 2. Altogether 3. Easy. Done. 21 done, 22. Dahlia, this person, has a home decoration shop. Okay. Need to tell you what chapter, right? Form 5, chapter 6, permutation and combination. Let's look. Dahlia has a home decoration shop. Okay, she actually owns a shop. So one day, Dahlia received 14 set of cups from a supplier. Guys, later on you will realize all the questions will become harder and harder. So it's very important for you guys to understand how many you have. So usually I will list out, okay? So now Dahlia got 14 set of the cups from a supplier, 14 set, okay? Each set contains 6 pieces of cup of different color. So isn't it 14 set? And every single one set, they will have 6 cups, different color. Okay? Although not really necessary to list out, but I want you guys to have a very clear mind, okay? So A, Dahlia chooses 3 set of cup at random to be checked. So she will actually choose 3 set. So find the number of different way. Number of different way. Is it probability? No. Number of different way, right? Isn't it under P and C chapter? That's why it's chapter 6, okay? That Dahlia used to choose those set of cup. How many way for her to choose? So guys, these questions, isn't it quite obvious? This A is using C. Why using C again? Because isn't it, you guys should see the keyword choose. So when you choose 3 set, do you care about the first set is A, the second set is B, the third set is C? No, you don't care about arrangement. That's why this question is a C, correct? How many set you want to choose now? 3 set. How many total set you have now? 14 set. 14 set want to choose 3 set. Isn't it just 14C3? Very easy. 364. There's actually 364 different combinations you guys can have. Next one, B. Dahlia take a set of cups to display by arranging it in a row. Do you guys see the keyword arranging? Arranging, that means do you care about arrangement? Yes. Isn't it now this B, guys, we use P instead. Can all? Everything I already taught in the starting, you guys should definitely know. So now she only take a set of cup. Only 1 set, my dear. So don't tell me teacher got a lot of cups. No, only 1 set. So only 6 cups, okay? 6 cups, So find the number of different ways the cup can be arranged. So if they simply arrange, it's only 6P6 because you will arrange all the cups. But read carefully, such that the blue cup is not placed next to the red cup. So it's only the blue one is not placed next to the red one. So how do you guys do it? So guys, let me show you guys. You want to place, you have 6 cups. You want to arrange all the 6 out. Correct? So when they say blue is not placed next to the red, that means the blue and red, isn't it? They must have some gap. Correct? So if I write blue red, I scared you guys cannot imagine it. Okay, I write blue red. Isn't it they can like that? Guys, show you. Isn't it they say not next to each other? So you can blue red. You can blue red like that also. Blue red. Blue red. Is this everything? No. You can be on the second one. I can be on the fourth. Second and fifth. Second and sixth. Third and fifth. Third and sixth. Fourth and sixth. Isn't it right out one by one? It's a bit wasting of time because there's too many of it, my dear. And some more all this is just blue and red. Blue first, then only red. Maybe they can red first, only blue. Isn't it very? There's a lot of different way to list out. So if they are very, very hard, you must list out, then you must list out loud, okay? If the questions go very, very hard. But this one is this one got another choice. What is another choice, my dear? You want to find out n number, okay? You want to find out how many of them can arrange out if the blue not next to the red. Okay, very lazy, I just write short form, yeah? So isn't it not next to red? Isn't it got too many outcome? Then what's the best way? The best way isn't it same like just now, using 1 minus, correct? But this one you don't tell me you write 1 because I'm not doing probability. I'm doing how many ways, correct? So 1 actually is the total probability. Total probability under P and C chapter is actually no restriction. Why no restriction is total probability? Because we just want to know the maximum way, because total means maximum, right? So the maximum way of arranging it. So whenever there's no restriction, there's always your maximum way to arrange it. Because when I start to restrict things, the possibility will go, the number of ways will go lesser and lesser every single time I restrict it. That means if I want to choose a class rep, if I never restrict it, isn't it there's so many people that can actually fight for the class rep position, correct? But if I started to have like, say, I must be a girl lah, and the result must be good lah, and must be like above 50 kg lah, my dear, like this kind of like unnecessary restriction, isn't it then your choices will become lesser and lesser, correct? So whenever total is always no restriction. No restriction is always the total. So using total minus what? Minus those impossible to happen. Now you're doing not next to each other. So what is impossible to happen? Blue and red next to each other. Isn't it impossible next to each other because now you're finding not next to each other, right? So no restriction is the easiest. How many cups we have now? 6. We try to arrange all the 6 of them. Isn't it 6p6? Correct? Then you should minus off blue, red next to each other. So blue, red next to each other, then how to do that? Okay, I always tell my student about this. When they say next to each other, together, adjacent, all these words actually same meaning. Can So now I got 6 of them, right? And they say now I'm doing blue and red next to each other. So the rest of it, isn't it, is let's say other color. How many other color? There's another 4 of them. Okay, I put line lah, okay, instead of writing the color out. So blue and red. Now guys, I'm doing this. I'm not doing not next to each other. I'm doing next to each other now, okay? So blue and red next to each other. So whenever they're next to each other, you know how I do? This is how I teach my student. Whenever, okay, also provided all of them fit inside lah, okay? So whenever they want to next to each other, right? I always tell my student to type them out. You see, you type them out, then they will move together. Then isn't it their dreams come true because all of them will be together. That's exactly what they want, right? So blue and red, if I type them together, then they consider as 1. So how many cup I have now? So both of them typed together already. There's only 1 cup for both of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Isn't it now got 5 cup? So 5 of them try to arrange by themselves. Isn't it 5p5? Don't tell me, teacher, isn't it 5p6? Isn't it want to arrange 6 of them? Because when I type them together, their seat also combine and become together. So just now got 6 seat, but since B and R I combine already, so it become 1 also. It combined become 1 also. So that's why only 5 seat, 5p5. You know this 5p5 means what? This 5p5, that means it can be both of them, another 4 color. It can be another 4 color, both of them. Or it can be another 2 color, both of them, another 2 color. Or it can be 3 different color, both of them, 1 color. Do you realize after I tie them up, think soft. They actually really go together because I already tied them up. No matter what, blue and red were seriously next to each other. Easy, right? So always using this tie them up method. Very, very easy one. So will you stop like that? No. Because this 5p5, that means they can simply arrange like that, and no matter in what situation, both of them still together, right? But after all of them seated down, let's say after that is this one. Isn't it both of them are blue, red? Isn't it blue, red? It can be red, blue also. Isn't it both of them can internally change? So if both of them can internally change, I always tell my student, both of them, two of them, can internally change inside the circle. Isn't it 2p2? Two of them internally fight for that 2 seat, 2p2. I put times because it's n, because it's all of them go inside and the blue and red inside internally change. So that's why we're writing times. So press calculator, you guys should be able to get the answer. Do you guys get the answer? 480. Done. Yes, correct. How many marks is it? 4 marks. Here 1, here 1, here 2. 4 marks for now. Done. Go on, yeah, because a bit lack of time. I very scared my video too long. So 24. Diagram shows the graph. Okay, we just did it. You guys should know. Form 5, chapter 8 again. Okay? So binomial distribution, okay, for this. Whenever they give you this formula, the front is always, please bear in mind, the front is always n, the back is always p, unless they purposely stated. So that means these questions, I straight away know the n is 3. P is the probability of success, okay? So n is 3. Isn't it same like just now? I straight away list out. So that means only 3. That's why you can only see 0, 1, 2, 3, because that is the total of it, okay? So this one, isn't it, would be probability for 0. Out of 3 people, 0 of them success. Out of 3 people, 1 of them success. Out of 3 people, 3 of them success. Out of three people, 2 of them success. Okay, by now you guys should know lah. Okay, I already list out. I just look at the arrow. I just try to use the arrow and list out one by one. So don't ask me how I know, yeah? So A I do here, yeah? A, they say, express the probability x equals 0 plus x lesser than 2 in terms of A and B. How do you guys do it? Okay, we can only, binomial, right? We can only do equal. So whenever they say bigger, smaller, you should list out one by one. So they say smaller than 2. They say bigger than 2. Why I write smaller? They say bigger than 2. So bigger than 2, do we include 2? No, because they didn't write equal. So bigger than 2 got what number? 3. Supposedly got 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, but I don't need to write all of them because my n only 3, correct? So bigger than 2 got 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then you know, we only want those possible. So isn't it only got 3? Understand what I say, right? So more than 2 got 3 only. So I straight away write 3. So it should be probability 0 plus probability 3. Probability 0 isn't it this? Probability 3 isn't it this? So these 2 plus together, done. Correct? But will I get any marks? No. Why? Because this question say in terms of A and B. That means they want you to use A and B. So 0 and 3 is actually both number. But I'm going to force myself to use A and B. That means I must try to relate to 1 and 2. How do I relate to 1 and 2? After every question I did just now, you guys should know that total probability is 1. When you want to find 0 and 3, you just plus them together. But since I want to use A and B, so isn't it you guys should know that total probability is 1? Isn't it using 1 minus those I didn't state out that actually were equivalent to whatever I state out? So 0 and 3 I state out. What I never state out? Isn't it 1 and 2 I never state out? So isn't it using total minus 1 and 2 actually equivalent to 0 and 3 also? Can, right? So 1 minus 1 is A. 2 is B. Everything here, yeah? So I just list out, isn't it the answer? 1 minus A minus B. Done. Can you see SPM, the way they come out can be very, very pattern one, okay? Hope you guys basic is good. Next one, B. Find the small p. Oh. So do you guys realize this is the small p? Isn't it this one? Same like the one we just did on the previous set. This particular formula. I repeat again, hopefully you guys will understand it. So isn't it this small little p they mentioned here? Okay, is the probability of success, which is the yellow color one. Can? And then, sorry, wrong color. And then everything you guys have here, correct? Isn't it is the outside p? So again, that means this question, they just want me to find the small p. Then you have the outside p. So you guys can terbalik find. Just now I say using what? the first or last. So again, n equals to 3. You guys can use, got 0, 1, 2, 3, right? Always using 0 or 3. I remember just now I using 3, right? Now I try 0, yeah? Just try to show you whether both workable or not. Can? Right. Straight away use it. 3 of them, 0 of them success. Probability of success, power 0. Probability of failure, power 3 minus 0, isn't it 3? Equivalent to this. So based on what you learned just now, you guys should know anything C0, first question of the day, anything C0, 1. Anything power 0, 1. Isn't it? I just straight away get my Q value now. So cube move there, cube root. So cube root 27 over 343. I guess getting 3 over 7. But this question asking P, oh. So isn't it P should be 1 minus Q. So probability failure is 3 over 7. Probability success, 4 over 7. Da-da-da-da. That. How many marks here? 3 marks. Here 1, here 1, here 1. Easy peasy, 3 marks. Go on now, 25. 25 again, Form 5, Chapter 8, yeah? Diagram shows a standard normal distribution graph. Can you guys see the word normal? Bling, bling there. So see the word normal, you guys know that. Later on, you guys will use the table, okay? So the probability represented by the area of the shaded region is, okay, guys, they try to tell me the probability of this area is 0.2881. Obviously, this 0.2881, you guys can write it out. This one quite obvious is a Z graph because they already stated a Z here. Can you see that? So this 0.2881, isn't it, is the probability? Okay, always just try to write out what is the situation for that particular probability. So isn't it 0.2881 is in between H to 0 and both of them under Z. So Z bigger than H, Z smaller than 0 is actually 0.2881. Can? But I already told you, the table, okay, the normal distribution table only support all the leg, correct, my dear? So to make my life easier, actually, I don't really think I'll write this. I will try to write the leg out. So, blue color, isn't it the leg here? You guys can find out the probability also. Why? Because I say the whole thing is 1, half of it is 0.5. Isn't it this part can be 0.5 minus 0.2881? 2881. So 0.5 minus 0.2881. Okay, this corner is 0.2119. Okay, so I'll write this 0.2119 out. Isn't it this 0.2119? It's also a probability, right? But it's on the left of H. Isn't it Z lesser than H? Trust me, always try your best to write out those corner instead of those middle. Easier by corner, only one unknown, no need to do two. Can I bear in mind for this? So they say A, find the value of H. Okay, A, they just want to find H. So about H, I got this equation. But this equation is a bit hard for me to do because it's right in between. So isn't it, I already write this one out. So I think this one quite easy to do because there's only one unknown inside. So just terbalik find back, right? So this question, I forget to ask, normal or terbalik questions. So isn't it now your Z is unknown? So this table, my Z is unknown. I don't have it. And my probability, I have it. Isn't it the probability I have it? From inside, find outside. Isn't it terbalik find again? So just now I said terbalik find, need to draw how many graphs? 2. This question no need. You know why no need? Because they already draw for you. If they never draw for you, you draw it out. But if they draw for you already, you can refer to it. So isn't it just refer backwards? Isn't it? Do you guys realize the H is actually on the left side of it? On the left side, that's why I straight away know there should be a negative H. Please put negative. So now terbalik find, right? So yeah, your probability now is what? 0.2119. So let's go to the table. Inside, look for 0.2119. I straight away see it. Isn't it the answer? 0.80. So I think all of you guys can see it. 0.80. So negative, throw it over. Isn't it your H answer? Negative 0.8. Super duper easy. Let's go on with B. B, they say, X is a continuous random variables, which is normally, again, just reminded you to use the table. With the mean is just mean. They never give me the real exact value. And the variance. Variance is this symbol with a square, equivalent to 16. We just did it. You guys should know that under normal distribution, the formula, we never want variance. We just want standard deviation. So square, move there, square root. Square root 16, I hope you guys get 4. So please don't use 16. Remember to make it a standard deviation. What we need is always standard deviation. Then they say, find the mean value. They want to find mean, yeah? They want to find the mean. They say, if the Z score of X equals to 58.8 is H. So you try to tell me the Z score is H. So the Z is H, the X is 58.8. Everything I tried to list out already. Very, very understandable one. So how do I do it, guys? These questions, do they even mention probability? No. So is it necessary to look at the table? No. They only mention about X and Z. Isn't it, again, just using this particular formula? So all I need to do is just sub inside. Now my Z is H. Now my X is 58.8. My mean is mean. My standard deviation, isn't it 4? And H, I already got the answer. Isn't it? I can straight away sub inside negative 0.8. See, just imagine if you guys never write negative, your answer definitely is wrong one, my dear. So it's very important for you guys to check whether they're positive or negative just now. So press calculator, negative 3.2 equals to 58.8 minus mean. So plus 58.8 move there, minus 58.8. Isn't it negative 62? I got negative, you got negative. Isn't it standard deviation's value will be 62 itself? Ta-da! That. This question worth 4 marks. Here 1, here 1, this one 1, this one 1. Easy peasy. 4 marks. That. Shall we? 2018. 2018, they say diagram. This one shows okay, the moment I look at it, I know lah. Form 5, chapter 8 again. Okay? Diagram shows a probability distribution graph for random variables, mean and variance. So this time they already know that one is just mean and variance symbol, okay? Because they purposely mention it. So next one, by the way, this one is an X graph or Z graph. X graph. They already label X, right? And you guys need to know about this. X graph, okay, is always like this. The bell shape can be on the right side or left side of origin. But when you guys change it to Z graph, they are always in the middle. So everything you guys see just now is all Z graph because they are in the middle, correct? So this one, even though they never draw the axis, but you know it's not on the middle, okay? Please remember that. And X graph, the middle of X graph is always your mean value. This is like a fact, okay? The middle of it is always the mean value. So these questions, I straight away know the mean is 10 because it's in the middle there. So mean is 10. Let me continue it for you. It's given that AB is the axis of symmetry. Axis of symmetry means the middle line. So I already write out. They purposely mention is middle. So mean is 10. So A, they want me to find the mean value. How do I find the mean? Don't tell me using Z formula. I already find it. What I just say, man. Isn't it mean? Isn't it 10? We already list it out. Done. Easy 1 marks. Let's go on with B. B, they say, if the area of the shaded region is 0.38, isn't it same like just now? Shouldn't just write out, you guys should write out like, what is that, okay? So isn't it the probability is 0.38? Isn't it 0.38 is at the corner, correct? So do you realize the 0.38 is actually X more than 15? Okay, because you're on the 15 right side, isn't it X more than 15? So this is what I can write out. Then they say state. State the value for probability 5 lesser than equals to X lesser than equals to 15. Maybe some of you guys will tell me use the table, but it's actually not necessary because you cannot use the table at all because you guys cannot change it to Z. For you guys to change it to Z, you must have the mean. Yes, you have it. And the standard deviation. This question never give me the standard deviation. And it's not necessary to do so because I can straight away using my eyes to know the answer. You know why? So let's look at what they want to find first, yeah? They want to find X less than 15, more than 5. Where is 5? Here 10, here 15, isn't it? Agak-agak here 5. And then, okay, this one, is the gap between 5 to 10 and 10 to 15 equivalent? Yes, 5 to 10 differences is 5. 10 to 15 differences also 5, correct? So the gap is the same. You know that actually they are balanced, correct? And I already say this bell shape, if they are balanced, isn't it the corner on the left side and the corner on the right side will be equivalent? So this one will be 0.38 as well. And now the one they want to find is the X bigger than 5, lesser than 15. 5 is here, 15 is here. Do you realize they want to find this middle green color part? So how do we find it out? Once I draw it out, I think all of you know. The total bell shape is 1. Left side 0.38, right side 0.38. Isn't it just using 1 minus 0.38 double of it? Isn't it 0.24? That. How many marks is here? Only 2 marks. 1 marks each because it's so easy. Cannot? Go on, 2. This 2. A lot of students ask me, Form 5, chapter 6 also, P and C, okay? So A, they say 6cn bigger than what? List out all the possible value of n. So they want you to list out all the n. So guys, just now on the starting of today, okay, the first questions I already tell you, NCN, I write here, NCN is 1. And also NC0 is 1. Correct. So do you guys realize now, do they want 1? No, guys, you see, that means if they're asking you 6cn equals to 1, then you know the n can be 6, the n can be 0, correct? Because based on whatever basic we know, NCN is always 1, NC0 is always 1. So that's why 6C6 is 1, 6C0 is 1. So if they want me to list out when they say equals to 1, you guys will write 0 and 6, these two answers, correct? But now they want more than 1. So you know it's not these two. Then if it's not 0 and 6, then it can be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Because we know it won't be 0. Because if it's 0, then it will equals to 1. If the n is 6, then it will also equals to 1. Then the rest of it, because guys, n is total, so total only got 6. That means the possible number only got 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, correct? So 0 and 6 impossible already, right? So isn't it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is those that possible. If you don't trust me, you can try to press calculator. 6C1, 6, 6C2, 15, 6C5, 6. Isn't it? You try to press the rest of it. All is more than 1 except 0 and 6. That. Just like that. Next one, B. This B. This B. So many of you don't know. Okay. Sorry. My pen got some problem. So YCM equals to YCN. This is what they try to give you. They say express Y in terms of M and N. So your answer should be Y equals to what M and what N. So guys, they say these two will be equivalent, okay? So this one is something you guys need to know also, but you don't know, never mind. I try to explain for you, yeah? So YCM equals to YCN. That means, purple color lah. That means, these two number were both equal. Do you realize both of them also starting with Y? So both of them total also got Y of it, okay? So YCM and YCN will be the same. Then how do you guys do it? The only thing you guys know is NCN and NC0 same. Solve it. NCN. Okay, right here. NCN and NC0 same. Do you realize? Because that is the only thing you know, right? If you guys look at NCN equals to NC0 from this particular basic, do you realize that because they are the same, right? Then I try to find the relation out lah. Do you realize that the bottom of these two plus together actually equivalent to their top? See? N plus 0. Isn't it really equivalent to N? This one is really must understanding, okay? Or you could just try to memorize it, okay? So see, that means based on whatever I just analyzed, isn't it? That means these two plus together should equivalent to the top. So Y, N plus N plus together should equivalent to Y. And just like that, you guys get 1 mark. I say like that, you must be thinking like, teacher, then how is it possible for me to know? Either memorize it or you can try to check. Okay, let me show you. So isn't it in this concept that means if I am 6, you are 6. Both of us see. So I say these two plus together were equivalent to 6, then they are equal. Don't tell me write 3 and 3. 3 and 3 quite obvious is the same value, right? Isn't it you guys can write 6 and 0? Because 6C6 is 1. 6C0 also 1. But this one is too easy because based on whatever memorized, we already know that. Let's say I put 4. This one, if I put 4, another one, isn't it I can put 2? Because I say 2 plus 4 equals to 6, right? Let's try to press calculator. 6C4, 15. 6C2, 15 as well. Do I come back to the same thing? Yes, I just try to prove you that they are actually correct. And here 1 marks, here 1 marks, 2 marks. I hope by this particular moment you realize the questions become harder and harder because later on you will realize it's even harder. Okay, no need after. This moment is exactly the moment that for you to realize they are harder now. This one is under Form 5, Chapter 8. Read for you guys. A voluntary body organize a first aid course 4 times per month. Okay, every Saturday. from March until September. Okay. And assume there are 4 Saturday in every month. Okay, this sentence a lot of information they try to give you, but it's like a bit confusing, right? So I would normally list it out. So they try to tell me every single 1 month, they will have 4 Saturday. Can my dear? That's why they say organize the course 4 times per month, because every month got 4 Saturday. They say assume 4 Saturday. So they got 4 times lah. Every single week also got, okay? Next, from March until September. So March until September, that means this particular event will only held for how long? March until September. How do you guys do it? Normally using finger to count. Don't tell me 9 minus 3, my dear. So March, April, May, June, July, August, September. Isn't it? This particular event altogether got held for 7 months. So never ever using like 9 minus 3. Okay, using finger to count, especially for month or day or year. Okay, so let's start. No, haven't read yet. Suraya, this person, Suraya, intends to join the course. So she tried to join the course, but she might need to spare a Saturday per month to accompany her mother to the hospital. So can she join every single month? No. Maybe can, maybe cannot. Okay, my dear. So because she need to like accompany her mom. Next one, the probability that Suraya will attend the course each Saturday is 0.8. So based on the courses she just now the question tried to tell. So the probability that she will attend this particular course is 0.8. Correct? Next, Suraya will be given a certificate of monthly attendance if she can attend the course at least 3 times a month. So you try to tell me that if you attend, okay, at least 3 times in a month, you will be given a certificate. Okay, super straightforward thing. Okay, everything they say, I just try to list it out. So everything I list out a bit like ugly, but yeah. Okay, by the way, probability at 10 is 0.8, correct? Okay, never mind. Later on only I write A. Find the probability that Suraya will be given the certificate of monthly attendance. So isn't it now they're asking you the probability of she will get the certificate? So based on the one I just list out, for you guys to get the certificate, isn't it she need to attend at least 3 times 1 month, correct? So at least, isn't it every single time you want to find the unknown, you always call it X. At least, that means minimum. At least always means minimum 3 times. That means it can be 3 or anything above. That's why X bigger and equals to 3. Can? So this one got bigger, smaller sign. You guys know this under binomial. They don't have the word normal. So you know you want to use the formula. Again, I write the formula here. That means I just want to use this formula. And then to use this formula, isn't it, I must have n. So what's my n now? N isn't it total? Now I'm talking about at least 3 times in a month. So 1 month got how many times for you guys to attend in total? 4 times. Isn't it now just straight away know the n is 4, correct? So that means out of these 4 times, at least 3 times you can attend it, correct? So that means this question want to find this outside one. You want to find the outside P, isn't it? You must have the inside P. Inside P, isn't it the probability of success? So now we're talking about attend 3 times. So isn't it probability of attend 0.8? So isn't it you guys can write out probability of not attend also? Probability of miss, isn't it 0.2? Because total probability is 1. All of you already know that. So whenever they say bigger and equals to 3, I already say the formula is only for equal. You want to do bigger, smaller, right? You're going to list out one by one. So bigger and equals to 3. Include what number? 3. Because got equal, so got 3. More than 3 got 4. Don't tell me 5, 6, 7, 8, because there's only 4 Saturday for you to attend. How can you attend 5 times, 6 times, correct, my dear? So list out one by one. So you're going to do 3 out. You're going to do 4 out. So it's either you attend 3 times or 4 times, or isn't it right, plus? Let's start to use the formula. Out of 4 times, I want to attend 3 times. Probability of success, power 3. Probability of failure, power 4 minus 3, isn't it 1? So what is success now? It very depends on what you're doing now. So now I'm talking about having the certificate. Having the certificate, isn't it, you need to at least 3 attend. So that's why when you're talking about attend, you will put a probability attend in front. Isn't it probability attend is the yellow color one? So which is 0.8. And then not attend, 0.2. Same for another one. 4 of them, 4 times, out of 4 times, 4 times you attend. Probability of 10, 0.8, power 4. Probability not attend, 0.2, power 4 minus 4, 0. Anything C, the same number, 1. Anything power the 0, 1. So I just press the rest of it. So from the starting, press until the ending, I got it. Answer 0.8192. Done. So the probability she will get a certificate is actually 81.92%, something like that. B. Suraya will qualify to sit for the first 8 tests if she obtained more than 5 certificates of monthly attendance. So she will qualify to sit for the test if she get more than 5 certificates. Actually, read also can. I just love to list out, okay, because I scared I cannot see the very keyword. Then they say, fine. Find the probability that Suraya will qualify for the test. Correct? Qualified for the test. So they just told me, for you to qualify for the test, you must get more than 5 certificates. Correct? So isn't it again, whatever you define, call it X. More than 5, isn't it bigger than 5? Don't put equal. This is not at least. More than, that means more than 5, okay? So again, isn't it list out one by one? So more than 5, is it included 5? No. Isn't it included 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11? But again, for you guys to use the formula, you guys must know the total. So what is the total? Isn't it this particular event only held for 7 months? Isn't it, you know, the N is 7? So she can only maximum get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 certificates. She cannot get 8 certificates because they don't have the 8th month. So isn't it only 6 and 7? So isn't it you guys should find the probability for 6 certificate or the probability for 7 certificate? Same like just now. So let's use the formula. Out of 7 months, she must get, out of 7 months, she gets 6 certificates. What's the probability of it, right? So next one, probability of success, power 6, probability of failure, isn't it power 1? Then what is probability of success? Don't tell me you still put 0.8. Now we are not talking about attending or not. Now we are talking about getting the certificate or not. So what's the probability of getting the certificate? It very depends on the one that you just did. Isn't it the one that you just did? You already found out the probability of getting the certificate for her is 0.8192. So probability of getting certificate for her is 0.8192. Probability of not getting the certificate, 1 minus 0 of 0.8192. Isn't it? Not getting certificate is actually 0.1808. Understand? So you see, the B you can do, it very depends on your age. So this one, isn't it out of 7 of them? 7 of it. Out of 7 months, all the 7 months certificate also you guys get. Probability of getting the certificate, power 7. Probability of not getting the certificate, power 0. I put a color for you, so you guys know. So success is always based on the requirement. So the question say girl, you guys will put the probability girl in front. They suddenly say 3 boy, then you guys will put the probability for 3 boy in front. That's always how you guys do it. So now all I need to do is press calculator, get the answer. I have a very bad feeling of this video will be very, very long. I try my best, but yeah. Isn't it the answer? 0.6301. Da-da-da-da. That, yep. How many marks is this questions? 4. Here 1, here 1. Here 1, here 1. 4 marks. Done. Go on now. Question 25. Okay, this one quite hard also. All this quite hard. That's the reason I'm doing this video, okay, my dear? Stick with me, okay? I know this video very long, but no choice, okay? So 25. Diagram shows 7 letters card. So guys, by the way, these questions is Form 5, Chapter 6 combined with Chapter 7. I will tell you why. So diagram shows 7 letters card, mineral, 7 word, okay? 5 cards are chosen at random to form a code. So guys, they just want 5. So not 7 choose 7, 7 choose 5 only, okay? Find the probability, see, probability that the code form contains at least 3 consonants are arranged side by side. Give your answer in the simplest fraction form. So isn't it code, you want to arrange it, isn't it? It's always number of ways, that's why it's P and C chapter. But this question say probability. So probability, that's why under chapter 7 also. That's why this question is combination of both, okay? So for you guys to find out the probability, isn't it all of you guys know, I do probability here. Now they want to find the probability of the code. Can? Isn't it probability always you must have the total at the bottom and whatever you want on top, correct? So for you guys to find the total, so you must know the total, put at the bottom, and then you must know how many number of possible code that you can form, put on top. Cannot? So probability, you know, right? Probability just now I already taught. Probability is always a fraction. Total put at the bottom, and the one that you want put on top. So what is total? So total very easy. I already say a lot of time. Total is what? No. Okay lah. I write here. Total, isn't it, is always no restriction. Whenever I didn't restrict you, today I already taught you, okay? Whenever I didn't restrict you, that is always the maximum way for you guys to arrange it. So mineral got how many letters? 7. How many cards you want to choose now? 5. Isn't it 7p5? So let's press calculator. 7p5. Isn't it 2,520 ways in total? So bottom is 2520. Then on this particular moment, you guys might ask me, teacher, why using P? Teacher, isn't it they have the word choose? I know they have the word choose, but this is what they try to confuse you. Now you try to form a what? A code. Code is like a password. Guys, when you log in, let's say your password is ABC. When you log in using CBA, can you guys go inside? No, you guys can't log in, right, my dear? Isn't it this question is actually a P? So remember to use your brain to analyze also. Don't just based on keyword, okay? So now they say, okay, then now you know the total maximum way for you to arrange the code is 2520. Then what is the one on top? The one on top, let's look at the questions. The question say, find the probability that the code form contains at least, here, at least 3 consonants are arranged side by side. So they say consonants. What is consonants? I repeat again. Consonant is non-vowels. Which one is vowels? Isn't it A, E, I, O, U? So you guys can see 3 vowels, correct? You can see 3 vowels, but they say they want at least 3 consonants. At least, isn't it bigger and equals to 3 consonants, correct? So whenever they say at least 3 consonants, that means you can have 3 consonants or 4 consonants. Don't ask me, teacher, 5 consonants, impossible 5, because I only got 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 consonants. So don't expect there will be have 5 consonants. Can? So again, you guys need to do one by one. And some of this one is arrangement. Let me show you guys. Try your best to understand. So mineral, now you guys want to choose 5 number out. 5 alphabet out. Correct, my dear? So consonant, I call it C. Vowels, I call it V. So guys, now you want to at least have 3 consonants. So is it possible only 2 consonants? No. You must at least got 3 consonants. And they say side by side. Side by side, that means next to each other. So this one, I cannot using type them up because now you have more than 2. So if only 2, you guys can tie them up. But now got 3, it will be very, very messy one. So the best way is just to list out, okay? Not that hard one. Look, so they want 3 consonants, isn't it? Consonants, 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 side by side one, right? So you can consonant, consonant, consonants, vowels, vowels. Can you see that? So all the 3, I'm doing 3 consonants now. Okay. I think you guys understand. So consonant, consonant, consonant. Isn't it 3 consonants all next to each other? Isn't it can be like that? Then actually not a lot of pattern only. Very easy one. 3 consonants together. Isn't it can be all the consonants in the middle. Vowel like that. Or you can vowel in front, consonants at the back also can. Make sense, right? So I realize if I only want 3 consonants, there's exactly 3 pattern. Only 3 pattern. Not very hard. I'm going to list out, okay? So after I list out, then how do I do it? So I just need to do one of it. I just times 3. Then I will cover all the 3 pattern, right? So here, I just want 3 consonants. How many consonants I have in total? M, N, R, L. I got 4 consonants. I want to choose 3 of them. Isn't it 4P3? 4 of them will fight for that 3 seat. And then vowels, I got 3. I, E, A, 3. 3 of them, isn't it fight for this 2 seat? Isn't it 3P2? And I'm 3 consonants and 4 vowels, isn't it? Times. And then for this, there's exactly 3 patterns. So 4P3 times 3P2 times 3. Do you guys get? There's 432 ways for 3 consonants, correct? Done 3 consonants, next is 4 consonants. Okay? 4 consonants are next to each other, right? Isn't it consonant, 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 consonants, vowels? Or vowel, consonant, 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 consonant. Quite easy. You see, after I list out, there's only 2. So again, let's do it. Two type, yeah? So there's only two. So consonants got 4. How many consonants I have up there? 4 consonants. Isn't it 4 of them? Or fight for this 4 seat. And vowels, I got 3. Fight for the last 1 seat. And then for this particular pattern, there's exactly 2 kind of pattern. So isn't it times 2? Okay, they got 144 ways. So I feel like this question all of you guys can do until here. And you will forget about this particular one. What is this particular one? Read up. They say at least 3 consonants side by side. Correct? So now we are talking about they got 3 consonants or they got 4 consonants. I repeat again, there's no 5 consonants because I don't even have 5 consonants for me to choose from. Correct? But out of these 4 consonants, you must remember, other than this particular pattern, they will have another pattern. What is another pattern? Let me show you. Okay, so 4 consonants, right? So you know 4 consonants, it can all 4 consonants next to each other, but when you read it, do you realize they say at least 3 consonants side by side? So at least 3 consonants side by side, that means maybe I got 4 consonants, but 3 consonants side by side, another one more far away. Isn't it like that? Also fulfill what they say, which they say at least 3 consonants side by side. Still got 3 consonants side by side, yet I got 4 consonants inside. Saw it? So same for another pattern. Maybe you can first 1 consonant, last 3 consonants, vowel is here. So you see, you need to like really try to write out the arrangement. That's why you see on the starting of the day until now, I never ever stop writing out the arrangement because I scared I miss some of them. So isn't it for this? There's 2 patterns. Can all 2 patterns in total, right? So consonants are, so 3 consonants, 1 consonant. So 4 consonants fight for this 4 seat. Isn't it 4P4 again? Okay. And vowels got 3. So 3 vowels fight for this 1 seat. And for this particular situation, there's only 2 of it, 2 pattern. Isn't it 144? Cannot? So for whatever they say, I got 432 plus 144 plus 144. Isn't it all together? That is total how many ways that allowed for me to do so. 432 plus 144 plus 144. Okay, the way that I can got 720. The total way available is 2,520. So 720 divided by 2,520, right, become fraction. Isn't it the probability that I can is actually 2 out of 7? Ta-da! Done. I do so much, right? And they only give you 3 marks. So sad. Here 1. Okay lah. Here 1. Here 1. I think this is how the 3 marks come from. Done. Finally, let's go to the 2019. 2019 quite hard. Maya, are you ready? Okay. Okay, let's look at this. 2019, question 20. This question 20 is under Form 5, Chapter 7, Probability. The event A, B, C are independent. What's the meaning of independent? Independent, that means independent. That means the outcome not affect each other. Not affect each other, okay? That means maybe I want to choose. That means maybe I want to choose a class rep. Another one is maybe I want to choose a boyfriend. This is 2 different events that doesn't really relevant, okay? Not really affect each other, okay? So it can be like the same person, it can be like not the same person, stuff like that. So next one, they say, but not mutually exclusive. What is the meaning of not mutually exclusive? Not mutually exclusive, that means they will share the same outcome. So eventually, actually, share the same outcome. That means, you learn in mathematics, that means these 2 things, they will have the internal part. They will have the intersect part. That's actually not mutually exclusive, okay? So next, they try to tell me probability A is this, probability B is this, probability C is this, okay? So A, find the probability A intersect B intersect C. Can? Intersect means what, my dear? Guys, these are intersect. Intersect means exactly the middle part of that. So now that means the A, B, C are independent, but they are not mutually exclusive. Isn't it? That means they are like that. So if they are like that, I want to find the intersect of 3 of them. So the intersect of 3 of them actually means what? Right here for you are intersect. Okay, actually means n. Can I, my dear? That means okay, let me show you. Maybe you the guys don't understand why is it n. That means let's say I want to choose a boyfriend now, okay? So this one is smart. This one is rich. This one is handsome. Cannot, my dear. So you guys understand, right? So when you want to choose a smart and rich, it will be here. If you want to choose handsome and rich, it can be here. If you want to choose handsome and smart, it can be here. So now the one I want to choose is A intersect B intersect C. That means I want to choose intersect means both also got, right, my dear? So isn't it that means I want to choose smart and rich and handsome? That's why they are here. So isn't it smart and rich and handsome? That's why intersect actually means and. Can I union means or? Actually, this is actually the meaning of it. So I drop it off. I think by now you guys understand it. So how do you guys do it, my dear? They never draw for me, right? But you guys all know. And is what? Times. And it's times. And it's times. So probability A, X. Probability B, Y. Probability C, Z. Isn't it the answer? X, Y, Z. Done. Very easy, right? B. Find the probability A union B. Union is or. Don't tell me, teacher, then or isn't it plus? No, because they are mutually exclusive. So that means they are like together, right? So you cannot straight away using plus. There's actually one particular formula in the formula paper. You guys can look at it. SPM will provide. Probability A union B is probability A plus probability B minus probability A intersect B. Don't tell me, teacher, why cannot using times straight away? You can only using times when they are mutually exclusive. But since they are not mutually exclusive, so we cannot straight away using times. So we use the formula instead of using that. This formula is only for not mutually exclusive. If they are mutually exclusive, you guys can share it using times. So probability A, X. Probability B, Y. Then probability A intersect B, leh? You already learned just now what? Probability A and probability B. Intersect means and. Isn't it just using times? So sub inside, probability A is X, probability B is Y. Probability A times B, isn't it X times Y? Ta-da-da! Done. How many marks? Only 2 marks. Okay, are you ready? I teach until I feel very tired. I feel very tired, like keep talking about all this thing. Okay, are you ready? 22, they say. Diagram shows 4-digit password 0131. You can see how budget am I? I draw it myself, my dear. Set by Sun on his smartphone. Sun is a boy. Okay. So he want to reset the passcode such that the new passcode cannot consist of digit 1 followed by digit 3. How many different passcode can be formed? How many? Okay lah, number of way. Form 5 chapter 6 again, P and C, correct? Code, again, you know, arrangement very important. Isn't it? Is a P questions there. Correct, my dear? So they're asking you how many different passcode you guys can form. So you guys all know the passcode need to be 4-digit, correct? And then you guys might be telling me then, teacher, is it only 0131? No. Passcode, isn't it? You guys can see they got 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So altogether, I got 10 number and I want to form 4-digit passcode. Can This question, you must aware of one thing. You know what is that? They purposely tell you 0131. You know 0131 means what not? 0131, it means that the number can repeat. This is so important. Because usually they never say, right? We always assume cannot repeat, right, my dear? Because all the numbers, supposedly, that means 0 come out already, they cannot come out the second time. Like just not boleh. B go inside already, they don't have the second B. But this one, because they put 0131, do you realize the 1 repeat? So this passcode actually can repeat number, and actually password can repeat number also quite normal, right? So can repeat number, very, very important thing, okay? So next, they say, how many different passcode can be formed? So if they simply arrange the passcode, actually very easy one, correct? But now he want to reset the passcode, they have some requirement. They say such that you cannot consist 1 followed by 3. So cannot consist 1 followed by 3. Isn't it got quite a lot of pattern? So cannot consist 1 followed by 3. That means, let me list out for you. Okay. It means that, it means that can it be 1, 3, 1, 3, this kind of thing? Cannot, right? Wait. So cannot consist of 1, 3, 1, 3, this kind of thing, right? So how do you guys do it, my dear? So they have too many pattern of cannot consist of 1 followed by 3. So the easier method for us to do, again, same like whatever we did today, isn't it? I read right out for you guys. Isn't it cannot 1 followed by 3? And it's very hard for me to count out all the cannot for 1 followed by 3 because there's too many patterns. So the easiest way is using total. Total is what again? No restriction. After today, you guys should understand this already, my dear. Using total of no restriction, how many ways of no restriction? Minus of all the 1 followed by 3. Because 1 followed by 3, at least I can predict like what is the type of it. But if cannot 1 followed by 3, there's like too many of it, okay? So no restriction. How do you guys do no restriction? You guys all wrong because of this. You guys will write 10P4. See, 10P4, that means out of the 10 number, they fight for this 4 seat. That means it can be 2, 3, 4, 1. It can be 0, 2, 9, 4. Isn't it all these number code they can come out? But if you do like that, it means it cannot be 2, 2, 2, 2. Because now we already say it can repeat. So if it can repeat, you guys cannot straight away put 10P4. Cannot straight away put 10P4, then how do you guys do it? It means, I repeat, it can repeat. That means all the individual number were being fight by all these numbers. That means I got 10 number. All the 10 number can go inside the first seat. Isn't it 10P1? All the 10 of them fight for this one seat. Second one, 10P1. Because all the 10 of them also can fight for this one seat because all the number can repeat. So it's not like the first one being used already, then the second one cannot, then that number cannot go inside the second one. Actually, still can. So the third one, isn't it 10P1? The fourth one, isn't it 10P1? Isn't it? All the 4 of them will go inside together. So it's like 2 and 5 and 1 and 4. So isn't it n using times? Okay, I realized there is exactly 10,000 method in total for me to form this passcode. Cannot? That's why it's secure, correct? So now you know your password. People very hard to guess, okay? Got 10,000 method, okay? So next one. Next they say, I want those cannot 1 followed by 3. So cannot 1 followed by 3, those easier method is find out those 1 followed by 3. So let me show you guys. Here, so if 1 followed by 3, it means it can be 1, 3. Or it can be 1, 3 in the middle. Or it can be 1, 3 at the back. Don't tell me teacher 3, 1. Cannot be 3, 1 because they say 1 followed by 3. That means the starting is 1, the back is 3. Correct? So how do I do it? Do you guys realize in this way, that means altogether how many ways I have here? 3 pattern, correct? So we just need to do one of it. And then we times 3, we can cover all of them, correct? So let me write down for you guys. Should I write? Okay, I write here. So if 1, 3. So 1, 3, guys, that means I confirm this one is 1. So isn't it only 1, this number 1 will go inside this place, 1P1. Only this number will fight for that 1 seat. Only 3 will go inside this seat. Isn't it 1P1 also? Correct? Then the other 2, again, 1 by 1. Isn't it this one? Another 10 number can fight for this one seat. Another 10 number will fight for this 1 seat also. So n, isn't it, times. 1P1 is 1 now, okay? Unnecessary to write at all. So I realized, okay, got 100 method. But this 100 is provided 1, 3 is in the first 2 position. So is 1, 3 must be in the first 2 position? No, it can be on this pattern or this pattern. Isn't it just now we say in total there's 3 pattern, correct? So times 3. Isn't it all together? If 1 followed by 3, there's 300 pattern, correct? Then a lot of you guys just stop like that. Then again, you're wrong. You know why? Because you forget about this very important thing. Don't know whether in exam you can think like that, but hopefully you can, my dear. Because you see, when I put 1, 3 inside, right? Here, isn't it I say 10 number. simply go inside one of it. Here, isn't it 10 number? Simply go inside one of it, correct? Just imagine all the 10 number. If I go inside one of the number, let's say I get a 1 there. And the last position, out of the 10 number, let's say 3 go inside. Okay? Do you realize? Obviously, it means I got 1, 3, 1, 3. Okay to have 1, 3, 1, 3, 1. No one say cannot. But the problem is, that means out of this 100 method, okay, because each of the position I have got 100 ways, right? So isn't it out of this 100 method, one of the number will be 1, 3, 1, 3, correct? Then out of this one, out of the 100 method, it also can consist of 1, 3, 1, 3. So this 100 method consists of 1, 3, 1, 3. This 100 method also consists of this 1, 3, 1, 3. So isn't it, I use 100 times 3, then I double count this 1, 3, 1, 3. Understand what I say? So that means out of this 100, out of the 100, got one of the number is 1, 3, 1, 3. Out of this 100, got one of the number is also 1, 3, 1, 3. That means 1, 3, 1, 3, I count twice already. So isn't it this 300, I should minus 1. No, don't tell me minus 2. Minus 2, that means you never count 1, 3, 1, 3 in. It's just double count. So I just take out one of it. Isn't it minus 1? So that means got 299 ways for 1 followed by 3 and never double count 1. So isn't it minus 299? So 10,000 minus 299. Isn't it, if I want the passcode, yet I don't want 1 followed by 3, there's actually 9,701 method done. Here 1 marked, here 1 marked, here 1 marked, 3 marked. Why I have a sense that you guys will give up on these questions, but yeah, I did my part, okay? Next one, 24. This 24 is under Form 5, Chapter 7. Please stick with me, my dear. Still got 2 more questions. We can do it. Diagram 1 shows a spinning wheel has a 4 equal part. Equal, so all the size is the same, with different points used in a lucky draw in a supermarket. So you guys can see 2, 5, 3, 4. They can actually spin it, and then all of the part is actually equivalent. After spinning the wheel twice, you can actually spin the wheel 2 times, okay? The customer who obtained at least 9 marks. Okay, again, I like to write out, okay? So you can spin the wheel 2 times, okay? So if you get at least 9 points, okay, you are given a chance to draw a ball randomly from the box in diagram 2. So if you get at least 9 marks, then you guys can draw a ball. Draw a ball from the second box, okay? So a prize will be given if a black ball is obtained. So you guys will get the prize. No, you guys get a black ball, then you will get a prize. Cannot quite understandable, right? They say I read only, okay, my dear? Next, to them next, A. Find the probability that a customer is qualified to draw a ball from the box. So they say find the probability of you qualified to draw a ball. Just now, the question just say, for you to draw a ball, you must get at least 9 points. So isn't it, you know, that means you just need to find probability for at least 9 points. So at least, isn't it bigger and equals to 9? Correct? So bigger and equals to 9 include what number? Isn't it 9 points or 10 points? Okay, maybe you will tell me, teacher, how you know it's 9 points or 10 points? Guys, because I look at the question, don't tell me, teacher, this one isn't it NCR? No, it's not out of 10 ball, you want 3 black balls, something like that, my dear. This one don't even have N. This one is just probability chapter, okay, normal probability, yeah. So they want at least 9 points. So at least 9 points, isn't it? That means 9 got at least, right? So got 9. So 9 or 10. You know why I don't have 11? Because I look at the number they give me. If I get 2 and 3 is 5. If I get 4 and 3 is 7, correct? Then for me to get 9 points, that means I must get 1, 4, 1, 5. Arrangement also got different, isn't it? Can 1, 5, 1, 4. Or maybe I can 4, 4 cannot. No, 4, 4 is 8, still lesser than 9, correct? Then another one, isn't it 5, 5? If I get 5, 5, then it's 10. But I cannot get 6, 6, 7, 7, those bigger number more than 10, impossible, because I don't have that options, right? So that's the reason it's only 9 or 10. Can? So what's the probability of getting 4? So guys, the probability of getting 4, getting 2, getting 3, getting 5 is all 1 over 4. Why 1 over 4? Because the circle only divide to 4 parts. And they say all the 4 parts is equal. So every single one part is 1. Every single one part is 1. And altogether, there's 4 parts. Isn't it 25% for you guys to get each part? So it's quite understandable one. So the probability of getting any number inside here is 1 out of 4. Okay, now I think all of you can see that. So getting 4 is 1 over 4. Getting 5 also 1 over 4. Getting 5 also 1 over 4, 1 over 4, 1 over 4, 1 over 4. Then what for wasting your time to do one by one? Just times 3 lor. Do you guys get the answer? 3 over 16. So the probability of you guys can even go to the second stage is 3 out of 16. Quite low chance. Next one, B. A customer who obtained 10 points. Right here, you obtain 10 points, okay, but fail to draw a black ball. Black ball, I draw like that, okay? So is given the privilege for the second draw. So if you get 10 points, 9 points don't have, only this 10 point, this kind of very lucky people only have these options. So if you get 10 points, then you draw. But you draw, you fail, or you get white color because only got white and black, right? You get white color. Then you have the second chance, okay? You have the second chance to have a privilege of the second draw without replacing the first draw. So you have the second chance. Okay, first time, okay, I repeat again. You get 10 points, okay? You get 10 points, you first draw. First draw, you fail to get the black. You can have the second chance to draw and get the black. And this second chance is without replacing the first one. That means you got 5 balls inside, right? If the first time you take out white color, then the white color, do you put inside? No. So actually the white one already become lesser now. So it's actually higher chance for you guys to get the black color. Quite fair though. This organizer quite good. So next they say, find the probability that the customer will get the prize. So some students, they will think about, then teacher, should I find the 9 points one? No. Because you read the questions, they say find the probability that the customer, they're talking about this specific customer. So this specific customer, if he can get the prize, definitely that means he must go through this process. He must get 10 points. Okay? 10 points. And the first draw, he get white ball. Correct? And because it's this customer, because they say a customer who obtained 10 points. So these particular people, okay? So definitely the flow is like that. He definitely should get 10 points. After he get 10 points, then he get white color for the first draw. And then the second draw, he must get black already. Because like that, only he will get the prize. Make sense, right? So the probability for 10 points is what? So for you to get 10 points, isn't it? That means he should get 5, 5. Correct? The first time he get number 5, the second time he get number 5. And white ball and black ball. Okay? 5, 5, isn't it 1 over 4 times 1 over 4, as what we did just now. And it's times again, my dear. Then white, what's the probability for white? Probability isn't it fraction. Altogether, inside got how many ball? 5. Then he get white color, right? White color isn't it got 3 over 5. And the next one, total ball is what? Don't tell me you write 5 already. Because the first draw, he get white, and we will put the white aside, and then we will take the second one, correct, my dear? So take the white aside without replacement. Isn't it the second time the total inside only got 4? And out of that 4, now I want black, or black, isn't it got 2 black? So press calculator, get the answer. 1 over 4 times 1 over 4 times 3 over 5 times 2 over 4. Isn't it the answer? 3 out of 160 chances for him to actually win the prize. Ta-da! Here 1 marks, here 1 marks, here 1 marks, here 1 marks. 4 marks. Let's come to last question of the day. Oh, I feel like this will be a 2 hours video. So sorry, guys. Okay, question 25. Diagram shows the normal distribution graph of the time for a school bus to arrive at the school. This is Form 5, Chapter 8 again. Saw the word normal, right? Okay lah. Later we'll use the table. I think we'll use the table, okay? So A, find the standard deviation. Standard deviation, isn't it this symbol? Correct? They never give you anything. They just say find the standard deviation. How do you guys do it? Okay, my dear. So do you guys realize they say this one is 25%? 25% is actually probability of 0.25 because divided by 100. So do you guys realize this is a what graph? X graph. I already say X in the middle is what? The mean. Correct? So straight away I write mean there. They never give me the mean value, but it's fine. I just write mean there. So if this is mean, what is this one? Isn't it this one is mean plus 2? Because if I'm 5, you should be 7. If I'm 11, you'll be 13 because the differences is 2, right? So mean plus 2. Then this left side, isn't it mean minus 2? Correct? Do you guys realize this one, they say the probability is 0.25? So quite obvious, a bell shape is balanced. So if this is 0.25, isn't it this one is 0.25 as well? So they also say this one 0.25, isn't it this one also 0.25? So every single probability also you guys have. And I already say, always write probability, always write corner, leg of mountain, because your table only support leg of mountain, right? So let's say I write this one out. Okay, so that one, isn't it the probability is 0.25? And for the one I just sketched, isn't it that one is actually x bigger than mean plus 2? Because this corner is seriously right side of mean plus 2. Isn't it bigger than mean plus 2? You see, you must be able to write the probability out. Only you guys able to do it, okay? So now they want to find standard deviation. That means you must change it to Z only. They will relate to standard deviation. So based on what we learned today, you guys all know, using your value, mean plus 2, minus your mean, divide by your standard deviation. Isn't it equals to 0.25? Don't tell me, teacher, but I don't have mean how to do it. Do you realize mean minus mean? Whoa, disappeared. Only left 2 over standard deviation. That's why it's possible to get the answer, correct? So how do you guys do this one? So you want to look at the table, right? Because for probability, right? You must know whether you are normal find or terbalik find again. So do you guys realize your Z is some unknown? So I don't have the Z. Do I have the probability? Yes. From inside find outside, isn't it terbalik again? So this one, their graph is not a Z graph. So never mind. Terbalik find, isn't it draw 2 graph out? Teach you guys this two graph thing again. So one of it, isn't it 2 over alpha, positive. One of it, isn't it negative? Don't write like just alpha, okay, my dear. That is for your Z value because I'm now drawing the Z graph. So now my Z is 2 over alpha, okay? Let's try to sketch it out. So now Z bigger than this. Bigger, that means you guys will sketch the right side. Right side is here. Right side is here. So which one possible for these questions? So do you guys realize this probability less than 0.5? This probability more than 0.5, correct? So this one look very small. This one look very big. Which one makes sense for these questions? Is it now my probability is 0.25? 0.25 is what? Less than 0.5, not more than 0.5. So that means this probability is 0.25. Quite make sense also? So that means I'm choosing the positive version. Don't straight away tell me equivalent to 0.25. I guess must look at the table, right? So let's go to the table, look for 0.25. Table is here. So inside, you're going to look for terbalik, right? Go inside. Inside, look for 0.25. Isn't it the nearest 0.25 I can see is this one? Don't tell me choosing this because the back part called tolak. So you are only allowed to choose something slightly bigger. Then you tolak. Only guys will going nearer to whatever you want. So I will choose something bigger. So I will choose 0.2514. But I never want 2514. I want 2500. So 2514, how to become 2500? Need to tolak off 14. So look back to the same row. Do you see 14 here? No. Then choose the nearest one. If they got 13 and 15, just choose either one of it. Teacher will accept the answer. So I choose 13 because 13 is nearer. So isn't it 2514? When you tolak, always tolak the last digit, okay? If only one digit, tolak the last one. 2 digit, then tolak the last 2. So isn't it 2514 tolak 13? Isn't it 2501? So that means 0.2501. Isn't it super duper near to whatever you want? So that is actually the correct one. So what is the answer then? So this is your first decimal. Second decimal. 13 is under this one. Third decimal. So the answer will be 0.674. Come back here. 0.674. That is exactly how you guys terbalik and look back the answer. So 2, divide, move up, times. Times, move it down, divide. Isn't it 2.9674? Done. I normally write a lot of decimal, okay? B. It's given that the mean time for the bus to arrive at the school is 7:15 a.m. Isn't it trying to tell me the mean is 7.15? Cannot? If I'm you, I don't think I'll write 7.15. Because do you realize the questions all using minutes? So you guys should write in minutes. So the mean, I think, is 15 minutes. Can? Let's see whether it makes sense or not. students are considered late if they arrive after 7:20. So after 7:20 a.m., you are considered as late. Can Next, Leah take that bus to the school. So Leah actually using this bus. Calculate the probability that Leah will be late. Okay, give your answer correct to 3 significant figure. So guys, they want 3 significant figure. Okay, let's start to do it. So just now he said, what kind of question? How only you consider as late when you reach after 7:20? Do you realize 7:20, 7:15 is all under 7 a.m.? So no need to care about that. We only care about minutes. So isn't it after 7:20? That means your X should bigger than 20 minutes. That means you see, 15 minutes is the one that 15 minutes is actually the average time. So more than 20, isn't it considered as late? Correct? So how do we do it again? You know you want to find probability. This is a normal question. You must change it to Z. Isn't it take your X 20 minus your mean? Your mean is 15 on top here. And your standard deviation, you found it just now, 2.9674. So 20 minus 15 divided by 2.9674. Isn't it a lot of decimal? No need to write a lot because you know the table only supports 3 decimal places. Isn't it 1.685? Correct? So until this particular moment, I want to look at the table, right? This question is normal fine or terbalik fine? Look, your Z, this time you have. The probability, this time you want to find. So from outside, find inside, isn't it this time finally is a normal questions? Can inside find outside, terbalik. Outside find inside, normal. Normal also need to draw graph one. Terbalik find, draw 2. Normal find, draw 1. So your Z is 1.685. Don't tell me, teacher, how you know it's on the right side. Because it's positive, so that's why on the right side. So now your Z bigger than this. Bigger, isn't it, at the corner of it? So is the corner leg of mountain? Yes. That means I can straight away go to the table. Definitely can get the answer straight away. Okay, because the table only support leg of mountain. 1.685. This one, this one, rub it off. 1.685. Just now forget to rub it off, okay? 1.685. 1.6. Outside, this time is normal fine, not terbalik. 1.6 is here. 8 is here. So 1.68 isn't it this value? So 1.6, do I look correctly? Yeah. 1.685, isn't it 5 third decimal is here? Isn't it need to tolak 5? So 0.0465 if I tolak 5. Tolak 5 is always tolak the last digit. So last digit 5 gone, isn't it? 0.046. Got the answer. 0.046. Correct? But they want 3 significant figure. So significant figures start from the first digit, we call it significant figure. So 1, 2, 3. You're going to write a 0 at the back. If not, they will deduct your marks. Done. So this question, here 1 marks, here 1 marks, here 1 marks, here 1 marks, all together 4 marks. Finally done. Oh my God. I think it's a 2 hour and 15 minutes video. I don't know, but whatever. Good luck to you. I hope you guys understand everything I say. To understand, please comment below. Try to ask me. I'll try my best to answer you. And what chapter you guys want me to do for this particular book. Okay, like those past year when you're doing it, you feel like, wow, the chapter you're very weak. You couldn't do it. You tell me. I'll try my best to help you, especially this year candidates. Okay. Bye-bye. 안녕. Ta-ta.